Welcome. Hello. Everybody say hello. Jeez.
Hello.
Hello.
God, it's so
Yellow.
rude.
I didn't know that was our cue.
I didn't either, so. What happened last time? It's only been a week.
Things.
Right?
I wasn't here.
Could be easy to remember. And yeah, you guys were down a person, so you can kind of relay some information for
Right.
your buddy Hatch.
Oh.
If you
We
hadn't
fought
already.
Fiddlesticks.
Yeah, we fought Fiddlesticks. We almost died to Fiddlesticks on his first fucking attack.
Yeah, almost
He
TPK'd us
ulted
with
right
the
off the
first
bat.
attack.
It downed me, Zick, and almost downed Bram. With
Almost down to all of
One
us.
health
I
for
was
me,
down
baby.
Percy
Oh
too.
yeah, I did it. Oh,
I was
yeah.
down to 5 HP.
Oh shit! Seriously, I didn't realize it was
Yeah.
that close.
That's
So,
what I
yeah.
missed out on. You guys almost died without me.
Oh yeah.
Instant.
Yeah, it
You were
was,
cowering in a corner in a bedroom.
I think
Yeah,
it
you were
did
messed up.
3d8, and I'm pretty sure he rolled 887.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah, it wasn't great.
it was
sucked.
nearly max, one off being absolute max damage for that, which I did not scale for.
And at the end of the session, Colin rolled a bunch of let's see what he rolls, and it's like nothing below 16.
Yeah, it was like 886, 687. It was like, all right.
Yeah, it was a bunch. I was like, usually it's not going to be that high. It would have been a lot lower. Do like 3 test rolls, they're all just as high. I'm
19,
like, oh my
19,
God.
18, and then 1-9.
Stat block is rigged.
But,
We'll do
yeah,
one.
stat block is
We'll do
rigged.
one more just for shits and giggles. Where's Wicker Claw?
Oh, that's good. That's good
Wicker
importance.
Claw.
Why should
Yeah.
be like a 3 or something?
Right?
What is it?
Yeah, all three rolls at once.
3d8.
3d8 necrotic damage. Let's go. Boop. See?
Oh,
That's
course.
much better.
I wanna live!
Well,
But that happened when we killed him. The crows disappeared, and the tree is like purified again. Like it's not like haunted. We found all the bodies of the villagers.
mass grave.
Yeah, underneath the roots. So we got money from that quest.
No, we didn't.
Gave you yes, we did.
Yeah.
We split it up.
Oh shit! Yeah. Wait. What?
I
Hold on.
sent him
Where is
that
it?
message.
Yeah. What was it again? Hold on. Let me go back because I never.
His
asked.
very character is just like, yeah, no, everyone can have my cut. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, that's a really.
We almost hit it, but we didn't.
I saved that for you, Hatch. They were all 100% content with stealing your share.
Yeah.
He didn't help.
I mean, we were gonna buy Major Tom food though. Like,
Yeah,
You know,
we were
yeah,
like,
yeah. As long as Major Tom is fed, we are okay.
oh, there we go. I
See?
got that gold back. 15 GP.
No, absolutely not. You already gave it to me. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You didn't do
Uh,
anything. I was forced. I just want to make this clear.
We then traveled back to Corvair. I believe Percy stayed at the temple. Bram went to go do some rogue shenanigans. And then me and Zick stayed at Maeve's house, and Sai got a letter from her dad she was supposed to get when she was 18, and she's 27. Fucking thanks, aunt and uncle.
I totally didn't read it.
What up?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, Zick totally didn't read it, but if you actually want to read the handout when you have like a free moment.
So by the way
sad.
you guys worded that, Zick totally read it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Zick 100% read over her shoulder.
No, he read it off the table because you set it down on the table and then left and went to bed, and he read it afterwards.
Yeah.
It was very juicy.
Then Sai went on the warpath to interrogate Chapman. Didn't go great.
Everybody sucked.
Yeah, everyone sucked. We only got any information out of him after hold personing him and paying him 15 gold.
which he did pass. Which he did pass with the natural 20.
Yeah, and I changed it to like a 12 or some shit.
Yeah.
This does. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This sounds like the session that would have been perfect for me because I have a +2 to intimidation.
So did Sai, and
yeah.
and
I have a +3 too.
Sai made an intimidation check with advantage. It was an 8 and a 3.
I have a +3.
Sai then made another insight check, and it was an 8. Bran then made an insight check, and it was an 8. He gets a +6, mind you. And then Sai made another insight check, and it was another 8. And then Brangarn tried to make an intimidation check, and it was a 7. And then Zick held person the commoner, and he rolled a nat 20. And he had to portents it to make it a 6 so that he would finally fail.
Worth.
Plot armor.
Oh my god.
What was it that I
Just
was
gotta get-
always that I rolled a bunch for, and it was just 9s?
Survival checks on your guys' journey
Yeah.
back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, I would have just did that just as bad. I had a theory, and I wanted to see how bad I would roll.
Theory.
You had to roll like 8 or
But,
9 checks for gathering food, and like all of them were 9s.
We're 9s, yeah.
Just 9, 9, 9, 9.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
we got
horrendous
every day.
luck.
So,
we got
like,
some
how much? So,
information
how much
about
would
the-
I need to mark off like rations
Tempest.
and stuff?
None, because you had your spoon.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, your spoon.
Ah, yeah, the
Your
spoon. I forgot about the spoon.
MVP spoon.
I mean, unless you
yeah, we
wanted to
found out-
eat something with flavor, but we assumed that you
Yeah.
No,
probably
it
wouldn't.
just gives
Nah,
dirt.
nah, I'm gonna eat the
It's
dirt.
the economic
That's
decision.
good dirt.
It's good dirt.
We
Shit
found out the
good.
Celeste family
Good
was
soup.
importing the shade root stuff.
Mhm.
And along with the stuff that Bram now has to do through the Thieves Guild thing, we now have 2 reasons to go into their house. Along with the pin we found, so I guess 3 technically. But yeah.
I forgot, what pin did we find?
We
It
me
was a
and
pin that belongs
yeah,
to the
me
house,
and
like
Graham
direct
found-
family.
yeah, like one of the 4 main family members.
Uh-huh.
I found it. You only heard Bram's side of the conversation.
That's
but,
right. I think I noted that somewhere,
Yeah, you heard his side of the conversation, not anything I said.
which
But,
is funny. Because
which
wasn't
is
his
very
back?
funny.
If I remember, like his back was to the door, and I heard him, and I didn't hear you.
You hear me?
Selective hearing at its finest, guys.
Yeah. But yeah, I have that in my bag.
Oh yeah, I noticed that.
Rich upper class family doing shady shit. What?
Yeah, crazy, right?
What? Yeah. There it is.
They-
I found it. I remember
You
what he
found
said
it?
now.
Okay, cool. But yeah, I think that's kind of where we left off. Is we were trying to make plans of what we wanted to do with the Celeste family and how we wanted to approach it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do we all do that?
So in Corvair, is there any like tailors in town?
Sure are.
In the in the merchant district or upper city?
Merchant district. Upper city is basically for government buildings.
Okay. Is Taylor's open?
Yeah, it is now.
God damn it,
Aw.
Thomas.
It wrote itself, okay?
Me literally typing in fantasy Taylor names and then instantly backspacing it when you say Taylor's Taylor. It goes
Oh, that
right
reminds
along
me
with Herbs.
Mhm.
Does Taylor spelled with a Y?
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
bring my name into this.
Oh yeah, fair enough, Justin. I'm assuming I'm approaching Taylor's Taylor, and I'm guessing like he probably has a shop bell or.
Yeah, it's just like
Block.
when you open the door, there's a little bell on the inside
Yeah.
of the door that kind of rings as you open it.
Yeah. Hello, Taylor.
See a large orc man with a leather apron kind of in front of him. Yeah, the smell of kind of like almost like an alchemical ash mix that's used for tanning a lot of hides and things like that. Kind of
That's all.
greets your senses. And yeah, he a large kind of orc man kind of like looks at you and gives you a wave and says, "Greetings. What can I get for you today?"
I am just wondering if I could get a set of noble clothing from you.
Noble clothing.
Like a frog coat.
Fancy clothes.
Yeah, fancy clothes. Like nice.
Sure, I suppose so. Was there anything in particular that you were looking for?
Nope. Just a set of brand new clothing. We are gonna be meeting with some important people for a deal.
All right,
Rest of us are
I'll
like
have to
fucking
see if I have
strange.
anything in your size. One moment, please. And
Matt's just like actively picking his nose.
Yeah, the rest of us are like dirty or tired or like very slovenly looking.
He eventually kind of comes back with a kind of like a dark navy and white kind of outfit. It has those kind of like this very poofy shoulder pads that have like a lot of stuffing in them.
Nice.
That kind of have like the slits in them with like the white undercloth, and a very nice kind of almost like a beret type hat with like a large white feather kind of like drifting off the top of it. And,
I'll take it.
A nice
Polo.
poofy pair of pantaloons to go along with it. And
That's what they're called.
yeah, he kind of like holds it up or whatever and says, will this fit? I believe it was meant for a gnome that didn't come and pay his order, but the size should be the height should be the same at least. I don't know about the girth.
Width, it's fine.
Oh, you were about to say it was meant for a child. I was about to lose it.
It's meant for a 3-year-old boy, but I think it should fit you just fine.
Would you
No.
like a booster seat?
Same vibe.
Yes, I will. Looks good.
Would you like to try it on first, or?
Yes.
All right, there's a changing room in the back. If you kind of hands it to you.
I guess fine clothing is what I'm looking for.
Yeah, you go and try it on. It's a little tight in sections, especially around the belly, but for the most part, it should fit. You kind of come out to like look in the. It doesn't have like the mirror in the changing room. You kind of like come out and like look
you
at the
can
one that's
walk
on the
out,
exterior wall. And he says, "If you'd like, be a little extra, but I can take it out for you a little bit. Wherever it is a little bit too constricting." It'll take some time and cost a little, but it's definitely something that can be done.
I'm about to launch this button. I had to suck the gut in so hard.
Well, we don't want it breaking during your whatever event it is that you are going to.
Badass.
Yeah, I'll take it, and then I'll drop 20 pieces then, gold pieces.
Alrighty, perfect. I will make sure to prioritize this immediately, and it should be ready for you by the end of the day.
Sweet.
Your name,
Awesome.
please. He like pulls out a small notebook and quill.
Brangarn Steel Gift.
Brangorn Steel. Perfect. I will be sure to have this set aside for you.
Yep.
Just
then,
come back before sundown. We're not closed while we are not open while the sun is down.
Fair enough. And then, do you have any set of work clothes as well?
Of course. Just nothing fancy, I suppose. Just
Nothing fancy. Tunic, rope, trousers.
Of course. And yeah, he fetches you he has a variety of things. Nothing that is overly fancy, but it's stuff that would
just
definitely
like a
fit.
brown.
Yeah.
A brown rough spun tunic, and then some like pants that have seen better days with like patches in the knees and.
Well, he doesn't
clear
have anything.
stitching, like,
He doesn't
on
have
the front.
anything used or anything like that. But
Okay.
yeah, you are easily able to get a set. He seems like he has stuff that would fit a dwarf, so this stuff isn't needed to be like custom tailored or anything like that, as it's more common for people to purchase this type of thing. So yeah, you were easily able to purchase a nice basic set of clothing. So that'll be 5 silver as well.
Yep, I dropped 5 silver on.
Perfect. Hands those over to you. So I will see you later in the
Good
day for your custom order.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Pleasure.
Taylor. And then I proceed to walk out.
So why did we go shopping?
We're presenting ourselves to the Celeste family, which is one of the most powerful families in the region. And then I'm grabbing commoner clothes so I can go scout and like literally sit outside and watch the port all night.
Do you
In
think they've
Cosmos
heard of
Close?
Tempest?
I feel like maybe not. We're not very close to
I
any
mean-
battlegrounds. So They probably heard of them. They probably just don't actively
I
worship
could
them.
teach them about it.
Do you think I need some nice clothes?
I don't think anything could fit you, bud.
I mean, I'm gonna order some.
Mm,
If you find me fabric, I can probably whip you up something. I'm not the best tailor, but I know how to use it anyway.
mm-hmm.
Just imagine Hatch is looking at me with like fucking puppy dog eyes. That's the image I have in my head right now.
He's gonna start like looking around the tailors and see if there's like, is there like, I would imagine there's probably like fabric rolls right on the walls or anything like that.
Bolts of cloth.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a good amount of available fabrics for purchase.
Is there anything purple that I noticed?
Yeah, absolutely. See, like, there's some nice, like, purple velvet, some silk, some kind of more basic, like, cotton.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What are you trying to make here?
He likes purple.
Yeah, fair enough.
How much for the cotton purple?
What did you want to buy the whole bolt?
He's like looking at his arms, like
yeah.
like actively trying to think of like how much cloth is gonna be needed to
Like,
cover
lean
it.
over and give him help. You're probably gonna need this much.
That much.
Couple yards, probably, at least.
That's his fucking wingspan.
Say, for the cotton, it would be about 5 silver per yard.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna like lean down the side, and go, how much is a yard?
3 feet.
He
How
looks
much
down at
is
his
a
feet.
foot?
Yeah, like looks down at his feet, actively like holds it up to the cloth.
She'll hold her hands apart to kind of measure how big a foot is. So this is a foot, as she spreads her arms out wider. This is a yard.
He's like looking back and forth between your hands and his foot, like trying to actively.
2.5 of feet. Hi, Mushu.
Can always get more.
Turns and goes. Holds up his hand and goes 5 yards.
5 yards. Alrighty then, that'll be 2 gold and 5 silver pieces. Ooh.
Hatch will gladly pay that.
He'll bring it over. He has like a large kind of like cutting table, and he rolls it out and measures out 5 yards for you, and cuts it off the roll, and folds it up nicely. Hands it over.
Thank you.
Actually, pretty
Pleasure.
damn close.
I'm taking a guess to see how much
No,
Hatch needs like a jacket. He's just getting a jacket. That's it.
A jacket, yeah.
5 yards is more than enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was gonna say pants are like 3 maximum most of the time. So like,
I mean, even depending on how you cut it, you could probably do a whole outfit
Yeah.
of 3. Like,
yeah. We'll have extra purple, buddy.
He gives a thumbs up. He's excited.
as somebody who's worked in a fabric store for like a year, can
Yeah.
confirm 5 yards is more than enough.
I've only made 1 pair of pants in my entire life, and they were like they fit someone with a waist size of 40 because
Yeah.
I measured so badly.
You'll
They got
grow
taken
into
the
it, it's
scene.
fine.
Yeah, no, literally, like one of my bigger cousins, they loved it. They loved the pants. They said it was awesome, and I was just sitting there looking at them like, man, I'm a size 25 at this time.
Alrighty.
Anyway,
So, do you want me to make them for you, or do you want me to teach you how to make them?
Teach.
Okay.
Trying to think of which one was easier.
Was work on your spelling too when we do that. But
He gives a thumbs up.
Should probably figure out what we're doing with the Celeste family now. I know Bram wants to get reconnaissance, but if we're gonna have to, we're gonna have to confront them eventually.
Right. Hey Thomas, is Brangarn efficient with disguise kit?
He is not. That's why he's having to buy the entire sets.
Would you think would you let Hatch help you with that?
Oh my god.
I'm taking acting tips from a barbarian.
Absolutely. The one that's an idiot.
Come on, it'll be a bonding moment.
It's a bonding moment, you know, the guy that wears fake hair that can't grow hair.
But you're in the wrong profession. You should have been a swimmer.
I'll like lean over to Zick in person and be like, does he think we didn't know his hair was a wig? Like,
For sure we're not there when he got the ring, or is that a beard?
there's a beard.
Oh, okay. I don't know, I'm so short, I probably wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah.
From all the way
can
down
see, like,
here,
the
it looks real.
Yeah.
The ring makes it real. I got an itchy head.
Yeah, it's from the wig.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to scratch it, the whole thing just like keeps shifting on his head.
Yeah.
I'd like to just buy 10 rations from a general store. We don't have to.
From Chapman's?
No.
Anywhere but that dickweed.
So we had discussed this last session. Chapman's is the only general store, and unless you're buying non-spoilable, or like unless you're buying spoilable food, that is the only place you'd like to be able to buy some.
Convenient.
I told you that before you threatened the dude.
Hatch holds up the spoon.
So you're saying there's a market in Corvair? But
Okay, what? Okay, so what's the plan now?
I don't know.
Hatch has got his fabric. Sign's gonna teach him how to make clothes. Brangarn wants to do some rogue stuff.
Yeah.
Espionage.
I can scout their house out with my fine familiar.
I can be your protection.
I can sit outside.
Menacingly.
Yeah, I think Baby also asked around town, or like just researching, seeing if there's a best time to get inside, basically. If we're taking the sneaky route, we can also try the more diplomatic route and see if that's like an avenue of possibility.
Well,
someone needs to get a job as a servant.
Yeah.
You know who is the easiest person you could probably convince of that? Probably Hatch.
Yeah.
Get hired on us like some extra muscle or something.
Exactly. And then as soon as a fight breaks out, I just attack everyone but who's getting caught. I hired muscle for the wrong occasion.
Yeah. I guess the first question is, how do we want to approach the family? Because we need information from them and possibly blackmail. But we also, because I feel like in order to get to the main family, it's going to be like very difficult. And we also need to make sure they're kind of in one place at one time, because if we get busted trying to go after one of them at a time, we're gonna get fucked so fast. So
Well, we need to get on their ship, right?
No, we don't have to.
yeah. Right now we need intelligence more than actual items, if that makes sense. But like after everything they've done so far, I wouldn't mind lifting a few things out of their position. But gotta be smart about it though.
All we really need to get, the main goal is to get like guard patrol, number of people, like movement, and possibly a shipping record for when it's arriving. So like
And
those
then
are
that's for the star though, but if we need information about like the main
the family.
family, yeah, and like what their relationship is with Voss.
We should
Then-
still scout their house, see if we can get
Yeah.
like routines, how many guards.
Yeah, maybe see if they're like having like events or anything where all the families are together, or you know.
Yeah.
Or like what their routine is basically.
Do we want to split up, do half or so on the dock and whatnot, and then half or so on the house?
I can also see if I can go around town maybe and find any information about what the family does, like what the routines are basically.
Which
'Cause if,
house is
like-
theirs on the map again?
It's the big ass house in the
Upper city right here.
Yeah.
The one.
Collar district, though.
Yep.
I can't even see my
Ping.
ping.
Okay,
Oh.
so what's that one?
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
can't.
think
At least
the
it
one
doesn't
with
have any
the-
walls or anything.
Yeah. I
So
think
the map
this
is
guy
not
down
100% accurate because
here- Yeah.
this is not a map that I made based off of all of the individual buildings. So
It's right near the
So-
putt course though.
Putt course.
Still expecting a fully interactive map for that.
Pum, pum, pum.
But go. So Ram's going to the docks. Percy and Zick are gonna scout out the house. Does Hash want to come with me and kind of scout around town, or do you want to go with Bram or Percy or Zick or any of them?
Well, naturally, unless Bran needs me, like I'll just follow Sai.
Okay.
Like like let's be honest, Hatch is like the only person that like he's like, oh yeah, this person's pretty like fucking awesome. Is Bran Garden because he gave me a spoon, and Sai because we're friends.
Yeah.
Worth every penny.
Trauma bonding. Yay. Yeah. All right. I guess we'll start near the Scholars District and see if we can't spot any of the family members.
We should probably spend like a couple days scouting.
Yeah.
both
Did
locations.
the what's it called? Guild give you like a time limit at all, Bram?
I don't believe so. Just let me quickly check the note, which I'm pretty sure I just copied. No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, yeah, spending a couple days probably isn't a bad idea unless something like interferes with that. Do we want to establish like we meet up at like XYZ?
Just meet at
we could-
your
yeah, we
aunt's
could prob-
house.
Well, she's not my aunt. She's how do I explain this? Kind of like a mother figure, not really. I don't know. It's weird. It's not.
She's
for
your
it.
aunt, but she's not
Yeah.
your aunt.
Yeah, she's one of the only people that was nice to me. But we can meet at the tavern now because she is like runs it now, which will probably be fine with us doing some work there.
Sure.
I'd rather not bring any things that might provoke like ire from the townspeople to her house specifically.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's avoid that if we can. But yeah. We can go there. We'll meet there like around dinner time or something. All right, and break.
Grant's just finding an alley to change his clothes
Mhm.
into the like traveler/workers clothes, I guess. And then like he's just gonna rub dirt on them and like literally just run them through the mud. Or like muck and dirt so they're dusty so they don't look brand new.
Mommy, why is the strange man rolling in the dirt?
It's in the
Dwarves.
scholars district at the moment, just
Yeah.
rolling around in the dirt. A couple people that pass by look at you a little strangely, but
I guess Percy and I will go to the general area of the house. Try and find something that's not too suspicious just to hang out.
whereabouts? It's kind of in like a fairly open area. You can kind of see on the map there.
We could stand around and hand out religious pamphlets. No one would fucking pay attention to us.
True, true.
Honestly, he's got a point.
Hey, would you like to spread the gospel of Tempest?
And
It says
no
no,
one's
you
paying
just fucking
attention to
clock
us.
them.
Literally invisible.
Yeah.
The Assassin's Creed blend,
blended.
yeah.
Yeah, we do that.
Mhm.
Do you have pamphlets to hand out?
Shit, we didn't think that far.
Are you just that crazy guy from like Skyrim
Yeah.
that's preaching about Talos?
They just have like crudely drawn like stick figure stick figure
Yeah.
pamphlets.
Just
And
a-
we're opening the
Just
drawing
says
app as
Tempest
we speak.
equals bonk.
What a way to spread it. You sold me.
Opening I have a couple pieces of parchment I will give you. You're buying me more after this.
It's all in the name of Tempest.
Uh-huh.
Don't leave your wizard tome out. Or it might be Tempest was here.
I'll
Just gonna
just like
spell it.
roll out my bedroll next to him and just like sit cross-legged while I'm zoned out in my Find Familiar, which I turn into a spada.
Schwad.
So where exactly are you guys doing this?
Somewhere within 100 feet of the entire house.
Yeah, like close enough to keep watch of it, but not draw attention from the house.
Zick, you could look like a blind kobold just sitting there.
Beg for
That's
money.
more or less what I'm going for. I'll put like a little sack for change.
Have a sign begging for money.
Like, I can't read. I can't write. I'm blind. Help.
So you can see there's like
Red
the
wizards took my family. Need money for kung fu lessons.
so you can see the manor is right on the corner of the scholars district, kind of. They're pretty much right next door to the library. There is also the community college, basically. That's kind of just down the street from them. There's a large statue outside that I don't think either of you guys would recognize. And then like a few smaller kind of academic buildings and things like that around the outskirts.
I would say the statue, assuming it's within 100 feet of the. Is it the? Are we saying the map's accurate? Or?
Yeah, it's accurate as far as distance and stuff goes. It's like a
The house is
120.
150 feet long. Jesus
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
Christ.
it's a big fucking place.
210 feet.
Yep.
Okay. Well.
It is it is a manor as far as all intents and purposes are concerned.
Okay. Well, we might have to move around from like
The big
the
house.
north to south.
It's a very big house. You can see as you start to get a little bit closer, there definitely seems to be some exterior walls, and
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll chill up here by the whatever it was you said.
library,
Library. Yep.
arts and nobles. I didn't
Yeah, we'll
choose
chill
the
there
location.
for.
I just named it.
So yeah, we'll chill there. Percy will take note of guards, people coming and going, and I'll send my spatter.
Spider. It's no longer a raven.
Spider.
That way I can like actually go in the house.
Switching it, so I have to give you a spider token and stuff. I had your raven ready, but I didn't have a spider ready because I don't ever remember you saying you were switching it to a spider.
I said it like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. You can check the VOD.
I will.
I have the receipts.
You not scroll when I want you to scroll. I don't get it. Oh,
Stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second. I'm just setting up the chat.
It's so good.
Your Scholars District, I think, has one too many O's. Oh, it's spelt that way on
Schoolers.
Scholars. I think it's an A.
Is it?
I don't know, it just looks weird.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
right. It's
Oh,
with an
yeah.
A.
Yeah, I did misspell it. Fair enough.
I was just looking, I'm like, is that right? Am I wrong?
It's actually the art district if you put a U in it.
Fair enough. I will change it shortly.
There you go, Percy. That's your fucking. There's your flyer.
It's good.
It's good.
It's not bad.
And
Percy.
post.
Yeah, I know. I did it on purpose.
This is, he probably can't spell this for real.
Yeah.
You see, Braden?
Yeah.
Like nothing.
Oh,
ever
did you get moved to a map?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, I believe it's actually bigger than the map lays what's out. Yeah, it's like 300 feet across.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
So, house.
It is a very large manor estate. Right, and what are the rest of you guys doing? Well, Percy and Zip are doing that.
I'm
Yeah.
heading to the docks
Yeah.
to pose as a worker.
Yeah, he's watching the shipyard. Me and Hatch are probably still hanging out somewhat near the Scholars Districts. I don't really imagine that any of the
They're
family
just
would be going into
splitting
Lore
into
City.
3 groups. Gee.
Yeah. Sorry.
Alright, no, fair enough. I'm making 3 different party icons. You can
Yeah.
decide where you want to be.
Probably near the library to start. Or well, I guess I should say, do I know anything about the family? Like what they would be doing on like a regular day? Like, are they very public figures that would like go out during the day, or are they more private?
Give me a history check.
Okay. History. No, it was an 18 for so long.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, other than like the occasional like public outing that they may have, they're very business oriented and they spend a lot of time at home, doing their own thing.
Alright, we'll probably stay near the Scholars District then, and just.
It's a whole district of town. Where?
I know.
You're currently standing by the
I'm
bridge next to the putt-putt golf course. So until you tell me otherwise, that is where you are.
Thinking.
I'm just gonna hang around near Corvair.
Yeah,
Well, I
you
was
know,
thinking that
Okay.
we would wander. Well, I was thinking that we would basically be wandering
I
around,
mean,
trying
like,
to pick up gossip, essentially.
so, like, hear me out. Like, if if we're gonna like try to find information on it, like, we could have like two options, right? Like, we could go see if we can find any almost business records at certain places, or we could potentially go out and just see if we can find any family history on them. Like to what you
Family.
said. Yeah, to what you said at one point was like the library.
Yeah, family history is probably going to be easier for, at least for Sai to find, than the other stuff. So I guess we'll go to the library
Yeah.
and just kind of research the history of the family, see if they have any recent records, and also like any like yearly events that they host or anything like that.
So yeah, you guys pass by and you see Zick and Percy standing out front.
Oh shoot.
Avert your eyes.
Raise tempers.
All right. So, Brangarn, what exactly are you looking for?
So as I'm approaching, I am watching for like the flow of traffic of like moving goods back and forth, like trying to find like the flow of how the dock is moving, seeing if there's like a dock master calling orders.
I mean, everybody seems to be kind of like working for their own separate ships. There's like the southern dock, and then there's the northern dock as well.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like there's like one central thing that runs the entire place, as much as just whoever is in charge of their specific ship and stuff. It's not like a big capital cities kind of harbor.
Okay. I guess I'll approach the dock or like walk up the dock and like see how close I can get to the ship before I'm stopped
No,
kind
the
of thing.
ship is not there.
Ship is not there. Okay. Okay, so the ship not here.
Correct.
Okay. And then is the building south kind of like the port head office, or
It is like a fishing general goods store kind of thing. Like they sell
Okay.
like netting, fishing rods, fishing supplies, oars, like that kind of thing. Barrels. I can't remember what the heck the name of people who make barrels is called, but yeah, that type of thing.
Okay. In that case, I will just kind of situate myself on the edge of the dock, or not the edge of the. Actually, I'm gonna walk down to the fishing store, and I would like to purchase a fishing rod and bait,
Okay.
and then just start casting my line out at the end of the dock, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, you wanna make me a survival check? See if you can catch anything.
Sure.
Hell Coopers. It's a weird name, I think, for making barrels.
Huh.
So it's 1 gold piece for a fishing rod and tackle, and we'll say bait is I think 5 copper.
Okay. 89 and 37. Okay. Fishing. There's a thing called a fishing tackle.
Yes, that's what I said. A gold piece for a fishing rod and tackle.
Oh, okay. I just heard
then-
fishing rod. So I typed in fishing rod. So
Yes,
Alright.
it is included in the fishing tackle.
okay.
has the rod, the line, the bobbers, steel hooks, lead sinkers, lures, netting, everything you would need for fishing except your bait, which I said was 5 copper pieces.
Yep. So yeah, I'm just casting off on the side, and I'm just gonna wait until the ship comes. If it does.
Alrighty. Dick. Let me move to your map.
Yep. What is this grading? Is it like
See, it's
iron fence or
like
something?
there's like about a 15-foot high surrounding stone wall, and then in between separate increments, there's kind of a like a steel barred window almost that is about like 5 feet off the ground and goes up probably 7 feet.
Good thing I can climb.
Go over. So
It will not let me.
I have to move you because dynamic lighting is restricting your movement.
I see. I'll just keep moving my way until say stop.
Yeah, you're free to move as you would see fit.
Climb up the window. I assume that's here.
That would bring you up to like the second floor and then the roof.
Yep. Is there any? I'll just like wander the perimeter until I can find like an open window.
As to say, it doesn't look like there's any open windows, but there's glass paned windows that you can at the very least see through.
Okay. Just keep moving my way around. Spider tangs. How about this opening here? What is this? Is this a
Again, window.
not closed window?
Yep, just glass paned windows. You can see through them, but they are closed.
Okay. The window. Does this door have a crack big enough for me to crawl under?
I want to say no, because with the wealth of the family, I don't think they would have poor enough craftsmanship on their surrounding exterior to allow like bugs and insects to be able to crawl inside the house. Kind of thing. Simple rubber strip kind of along the base of the door keeps anything from getting out, getting in, that kind of thing.
Mage hand's only 30 feet. I was like, oh, just mage hand it open. Perimeter. I assume I haven't seen any guards, otherwise they'd be on the map.
It would be on the map.
It's a chimney?
Looks like it.
Oh boy. I would like to climb all the way up and climb down the chimney.
Alrighty.
Assuming there's no fire.
It does not look like there is any fire lit. There is 2 exits to the chimney. It seems like they go into similar 2 different rooms, but occupy the same kind of shaft. So I guess it's just whether you would like to split, I guess, to your left or to your right.
I'll go to the right. Finish off getting vision in that room. And I assume this door's closed.
It is. This room looks like it contains a writing desk, a hearth, a wardrobe, a mirror, and a larger bed with 2 nightstands.
I will climb up on the writing desk and see if there are any open documents for me to
read. It looks empty and blank. You can see like one of the drawers is slightly open. There's nothing inside of it.
Okay, now does this door have a gap big enough for me?
I would say the interior ones do. Yes. Skitter underneath there if you would like. This room is decorated with red furniture and comfortably accommodates 3 people, including the room that you were just in. The front room contains a bed, a nightstand, a small sitting area, and a mirror, and a pair of bookshelves stocked with various books, as far as you can see.
Do either of the rooms look like they're currently being lived in, or do they just look like spare rooms?
They look more like spare rooms.
Okay.
It also looks incredibly fancy as far as anything Zik has seen.
Yeah, I imagine. I've not seen much. So I will crawl under that door. I'm going to open it or just drag me through. Oh no.
So you walk through and you see there's a man in a chain shirt with holding a spear in one hand, and he's kind of had just turned this previous corner and is making his way towards the west. If you would like to make me a stealth check, please, to see if he notices you or not.
I assume I have to
Oh,
use the
spider.
spiders.
Yeah.
Okay. Get up now. I'm laying in bed.
Come on.
Gonna lock in.
Bro, I'm fucking beat.
Don't pull a Johnny and fall asleep on us.
What do you mean? I
No.
already rolled.
I have to stay up all night because I have to start switching to night shift. So
Yeah.
if I fall asleep, I failed.
Sure.
Okay.
So you're gaming all night.
Pretty much.
Oh no. How
Did you get Space Marine?
No, but I very well might if I've got all night to play. Okay.
Brother.
No, one.
So you should just be able to right-click the token and hit character sheet, and it'll open up the spider stat block.
fucking noise? Yeah.
What?
It's just Brayden going, now you tell me that.
17.
Nice.
17.
Passive perception like 23 or some shit.
I see a 14. Where are you getting 17?
Oh,
Yeah.
I was scrolled up. I see fucking
Brangarn's
Brand
survival
17.
check.
Bastard. 14.
Don't even
Still
know if I
not
caught one.
horrible.
He does not seem to notice you and continues pacing around the room.
If a spider could sweat.
Literally. I crawl through this
Can they?
door below me.
I don't think so. They don't really
No.
have
And this is what Google's for. I'm looking
Yeah.
it up.
I mean, they don't have sweat glands, so I'm assuming no.
This room
not.
smells of parchment and leather. The walls are lined with bookshelves with a few tables littered with tomes and scrolls. And you see a small shrine to some sort of deity in the western room that is up against the northern wall. You see a suit of armor on the top right corner, and some paintings of the Celeste family decorate the empty spaces around the room.
Any juicy documents on the table?
You give them a quick look through. They, as far as you can tell, look like just general textbooks regarding arcane information, geography, political kind of
A noble's guide to court.
Yeah.
it kind of, yeah. It's just things that would provide some sort of interest. It doesn't look like anything that, I don't know, initially piques your interest unless you're looking for something in particular.
Would he be able to copy spells through like the spider's eyes?
No.
Okay.
Be a little broken.
Doesn't see any only scrolls. Keeps going.
I think the GP value is like you attempting to practice it, essentially, until you nail it.
It takes like 4 to 8 hours. I don't know. A long time. How about here?
The description was for this area as well.
Oh, okay.
So there's like a large central table that has multiple chairs stationed around it. Similar
Oh,
thing
those-
is there's some old piles of scrolls that have been pulled out and haven't been put back yet. A couple books that are sitting there laying open, some quills, and a quill sitting in an ink pot where you can see there's like a piece of parchment that has some notes copied out of one of the open books. This is where you see the shrine to some sort of deity up in the northern side of the room.
Same thing, just checking all the tables for any scrolls for like communications or stuff like that.
It doesn't look like any of
them
them are like magical spell scrolls or anything like that. They're just scrolls that
No.
are used to house various information. If you're looking for
Yeah,
a
no, I-
specific topic, I can let you know if you can find something like that. But
No, just like communications about the family or like shipping logs, like just pure information. about the
like
family.
business
Yeah, okay.
information. No, it doesn't look like there's
Yeah.
anything that has to do specifically with the Celeste family. It just looks more so like a personal library kind of.
I will peek my head under the door and look for guards.
Okay, make me a perception check.
That is intelligence?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Makes sense.
That's why clerics can see so good.
A solid 8.
Okay. You not immediately see anybody coming.
I crawl under the door.
There's in fact somebody coming.
Uh-huh.
Make
I
me another
immediately
stealth check,
turn
please.
back around.
Okay.
God damn it, I keep closing it. And 17. There we go. Finally got it.
Does not manage to see you as you skitter around back inside the room.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll go. Can I pass this statue or?
No, there's a slight interior window on the other side, but it doesn't look like it opens or
Okay, pop out of this
the other side.
door. Hoping to God there's not another fucking. Oh. Okay. Assuming, like keeping an eye on him, I'll keep pushing this way. Is he moving or?
Yeah, he is moving. Actually, here, what we'll do is just so that this all stays a little bit easier. Sure. Just roll me initiative, and then I will roll them in kind of as well. And actually, I guess it doesn't really matter what is rolled. We'll just go back and forth, kind of thing.
Roll me initiative for who?
So this will be
See?
you, so you can do a turn's worth of stuff, and then I will move them, and then you can do a turn's worth of stuff, and then I can move them, etc., etc.
Okay, I'll move 20. I'll dash to go under this door. Hope to God no one's in here.
So, this room is decorated with blue furniture and comfortably accommodates 2 people. The front room contains a dining table, a sitting area, a hearth, a pair of bookshelves stocked with various books.
Okay. That was, here. So 30, 35, 40. I guess that's my turn.
Okay, go ahead.
15 under the door for 20.
Okay.
God damn it.
The back room here contains a writing desk, a wardrobe, a mirror, and a bed.
Same thing. I'll burn 5 feet of movement. Get up on the table.
Similar to the previous room that you were in, or I guess not the previous one, but the one adjacent to this room. It looks like there's nothing on here, and it's just an empty writing desk to be used by potential guests.
Down 5 feet for 10. Out the door for 15. And 20. That's my turn.
Why do you people have so many desks?
Literally, dude.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't know if you want to turn your thing to invisible for your arrow. But 10, 15 out the door.
This says, where's the interactive thing like 7 Days to Die where I can spend channel points and add a goblin to the map? I think that'd be hilarious.
You know what? You should do that to like if we ever have like a smite night again. Just
Yeah,
random,
I
random,
was gonna
random
say-
encounters. Like, dude,
I did add to the TOA game a thing similar to like what Legends of Evantris has, where you can spend 500 bits and buy the players like a reroll, or you can spend 666 bits and buy the DM a reroll.
Oh, yeah.
oh,
Evil shenanigans.
Sorry, you were other side of the door.
20, 25. What's this das?
See a large statue dominates the center of this room. There's a few small side tables that look to hold like pitchers of water and assortment of cups. The vase with some a nice bouquet of red flowers inside of it, and a couple pots with shrubs in the corners. You also see various different portraits along the northern wall that depict various different members of the family.
Okay, that's my turn. That's 40.
You make me another stealth check.
Yeah.
Be a sneaky spider.
I will give you advantage with this one.
Oh,
I was going to say because of
Thank
the range. I'll say, well,
Say less,
past
God.
60 feet, we'll say it's a disadvantage because you're so small and it would be pretty far
Say
away.
less, God.
So it does not seem to notice you.
Okay, assuming it's my turn. 5, 10, 15. I guess I'll spend 5 movement to go into the store for 20.
To yourself?
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah, see a small broom cupboard with various different linens, pots, pans, chamber pots, brooms, that kind of thing.
Okay,
Found the
5 out. That was 20 going in. 25, 30, 35. And last 5 going to the door. Ooh. It's a green room this time.
This room is decorated with green furniture and comfortably accommodates one person. The front room contains a large dining table, a bed, a nightstand, a small sitting area, a hearth, and an L-shaped bookcase stocked with various storybooks.
Okay, that's my turn.
Alrighty. Okay.
20, 25 through the door. And then probably say like that's as far as I can go with my fine familiar.
Back room contains a writing desk, a larger bed with 2 nightstands, a wardrobe, and a dresser with
Well, I mean, I gotta spend the last little bit to get on the.
Similar to the
Table.
previous 2 writing
God
desks,
damn
it
it.
doesn't look like they have anything on them and is simply a blank desk for anybody that may need to use it.
All these writing
Fucking
desks,
So
no writing.
all 3 of these rooms you have been on, similar to the first one, look like they are currently being unlived in and are potential spare rooms.
Probably good with saying that's as far as I could go if we want to switch to someone else.
Just move here. We'll go back to Hatch and Sai. Did you want to make me, I guess, an investigation check? You said you were looking for information on the Celeste family?
Yeah. I'm just telling Hatch to find pictures because he can't read still.
listen,
Like,
he's doing his
if
best.
He's doing his best. We'll work on our letters as we're going through some of the information. But
Well, he can barely read. It's not that he can't. It's really hard.
yeah, we're working on our consonants and sounds and stuff as we're going through. But I'm telling him to just look for stuff for
Isn't
pictures.
that something you
more than
summon?
I'll also write down the word Celeste in like a scrap piece of paper and be like, just match this word for books.
Okay.
Investigation.
Hatch is holding it upside down.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
19.
Hatch, did you also want to make me an investigation
Oh
check?
yeah,
We'll say
I
with
would love.
disadvantage.
I would. Yeah, birds are hard.
Hey, you didn't do too
An
bad.
11.
Could have been worse.
Could have been.
So yeah, you go through so,
Mm-hmm.
so Jasper, the Herbolg that runs the library, asks you guys, is there anything I can help you find?
Immediately points aside.
We wanted to research some of the local families in Corvair, and we figured we'd start with the biggest one, so we started looking up the Celeste family and their history.
Oh, well, the local history is in row D, section A.
Alright, I'll be sure to look there.
Let
there
me know if
anything
there's
on,
anything else I can help you find.
Yeah. Is there, just so you know, because, like, I'm curious, are there, do you know if the Celeste family is, like, hosting any events or anything lately? Because I hear they've been doing that, and I don't know, I'm curious now that I don't have to worry about working all the time.
They host events from time to time, but if I recall correctly, it's mostly from, or for other noble families from either across Cyrilla or potentially even business partners that they are looking to increase relationships with from overseas. I don't think they necessarily do much with local noble families, although I have heard that they've invited the mayor over from time to time for whatever it is that they do. I believe they have quite an extravagant ballroom in their house, I have heard, and host some fairly fancy high-class events there.
Okay. Interesting. I will keep that in mind while we do our research. Thank you. Just kind of start very quickly shuffling over to the row he pointed us at.
Okay. Yeah, you give a quick look through, and you are able to find a couple books that talk about the history of Corvair and kind of like its founding. Within there, you are able to find that the Celeste family has been a part of Corvair pretty much since it was founded hundreds and hundreds of years ago. The initial family is long since passed, but their bloodline still runs strong. Never have they been like a mayoral family within the town, but more of like they basically founded like the first merchant store, like general store that existed within the town, and kind of expanded from there until they started earned enough money to be able to buy their first ship. Started trading with some other coastal cities in Cyrilla, and eventually made enough money doing that to be able to afford such a large cargo ship to be able to trade overseas. And from there, their business has kind of boomed. They do trading with a lot of the capital cities from all of the other continents. They make very long distance voyages that net them a very wealthy sum of money, and they are. It mentions that their family has been loyal followers of Saloon for their entire life, as is noted by their name, Celeste, kind of meaning like among the stars kind of thing. So naturally, they worship the goddess of the moon. They are a very business-oriented family, and very concerned with their family reputation. Basically preserving that above all else.
You don't say.
Yeah. For recent family members, because you rolled a 19, you know that Lord Dominic Celeste, the male head of the family, is the one that is mostly in charge of running the Ilma and making kind of shipments across the oceans with that. It also notes that the Ilma, or Starlight in Elvish, is one of the largest ships in all of Cyrilla, and is well guarded and well maintained, being able to supply enough cargo to keep the ship waterborne for weeks, if not months at a time.
Okay. Anything about the other family members or like their names?
It mentions a Lady Victoria Celeste, which is the female head of the family. She runs a lot more of the business at home kind of thing. Their daughter Miriam is a competent arcanist that practices all different types of magic and kind of not necessarily alchemy, but more of like magical constructions, that kind of thing. And then Dominic, or sorry, not Dominic. Noah Celeste is their son, and he is basically the guard captain of the town.
Okay.
I will also say that they're with Hatch's help, you were able to find photos of the 4 immediate members of the family. And I do not have handouts for these necessarily, but I will send them to you guys via Discord, and then I can show stream because I have token art for them as well.
Nice. Okay.
Man, I love looking for pictures.
Good job, buddy. You did great.
We're doing great over here. 10 out of 10 effort on my half. Can't read the letters.
Right. I'm interested now because. Ooh.
It's like Siri a little bit.
Ooh.
And
Right.
that's Victor. Oh,
It's
Dominic.
Dominic.
No, Victoria's the first one.
Miriam.
Oh.
Mommy.
Hold down.
Sorry.
So
No.
from top to bottom there is Victoria, the lady head of the family, her husband Dominic, Miriam, their daughter, and Noah, their son.
Cool. So if I
He looks
remember,
quite a bit older than her.
you know, he's got that nice rough, gruff look to him.
He's got money, is what you mean.
Yeah, but he's the head of the King's Guard. Not King's Guard, City Guard.
Your
something
town
like that.
guard, yeah.
There it is. That's the word.
But
I don't know how to-
it's interesting because there's a couple ways this could go.
I would say it also mentions that they are of Elven descent, and or at least Victoria is. Dominic is more human, and their children are kind of share their bloodline.
Okay.
Dirty elves.
Humble fucking elf. What are you talking about?
He's a dwarf. He has to.
I'm
Okay.
just spiteful. I'm sorry.
You're just spiteful. Well, because now I'm curious because if they are I'm probably say this. I'm talking in a very hushed voice. I'm just speaking clearly now so the stream can hear me.
Stage whisper.
Yeah, stage whisper,
Okay.
in quotations. What's interesting is that if they are really associated with shady things, how many of them are involved in it? Because I'm assuming all of them have to be now. And if that's true, if we're assuming that's true, I don't know.
Whoa.
Part of me thinks we should be looking at Miriam with the magic stuff. And Dominic. But the Victoria's probably dealing with like the books and shit. If we can find her room and her documents, we'll probably get quite a bit of information, and Dominic's documents as well. But I feel like with the kobold stuff, we probably should look into Miriam. How old is Miriam? Does it say?
It's not.
It's not. Okay. I wonder. I wonder if she's like a college student. Might be able to scope out the campus and see.
maybe with Dominic as well is that he may have some payoffs.
Mm,
Probably some connection to Vanguard.
mm-hmm. She kind of like looks at Hatch and says, "Do you know what we found in that hut?" It kind of gave me a weird look when I left it that day.
Let me just double check and make sure you knows.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Not
So it's fresh air.
exactly.
Not really.
This information is worth more than gold.
Yeah, that's not important right now, but I guess if we can spot them out and about, we might be able to tell who was at that hut. Because if they're... I kind of like open my bag a little bit and like show him the pin, like not pulling it out, just like pulling it into view of him.
Mm-hmm.
Just be like, if we can find one of them who's missing this, because I imagine this isn't something you can get very easily, very quickly, then we'll be able to determine who was at the hut. But
Hatch is like rubbing his chin and he I don't know if he would connect the dots very well, like after hearing what Sai was saying. I think I'm gonna just, spells. He starts snapping his finger like for whatever reason for Miriam.
yes.
And then he gestures back to the pad, like
The pin, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. I think we should start with her, but if it's not her, part of me is saying it's probably not Noah. I don't know, but I feel like starting with the children might be easier than the parents, because I feel like the parents are probably more well guarded. And if we...
Well, to be fair, it'd probably not be Noah either because of no guard at the. I forgot where we came from, but.
No, I know what you mean. There wasn't a guard in.
Yeah, it's could I if I could I make a history check to see if I remember if there was like any like city guard or anything or like town's guard?
You just made a straight intelligence check.
Okay, well.
I believe Hesh. You got this.
I believe in
use
myself.
the brain cells.
6 days ago is not quite classified as history.
All right.
Justin, before you roll, as Colin said before, at the beginning of every session, you start with inspiration.
Oh yeah, that's a very good point.
Well, let's see what happens with this first.
Honestly, good job.
I can brain.
Yeah, it's not very long ago. You're very easily able to remember that there were no city guard in Pyrgos. It was not a big enough town for it to merit having a unified kind of police force, whatever you want to, medieval police force.
Town guard.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they're not sending
Town guard, city watch.
Yeah, they're not sending White One guards to Riverwood.
Yeah, no, there was no guards from neighboring towns or anything like that that were there.
Okay.
You remember the town itself would kind of like get together and vote on matters that were deemed important for the town, if people were allowed to stay, that kind of thing, and they just kind of made decisions as a commune.
Yeah.
A collective.
Yeah, collective.
Yeah. And I feel like if any of them had to leave for an extended period of time, Noah would be the most noticeable, because he has like a little bit more of like a public position than the other three. But we should still check him out just to cover our bases.
Agreed.
Yeah. Do we want to go to the campus and see if we can't see if Miriam goes there, or know anyone that knows her like personally?
Hatch shakes his head like, yeah, he wants to go. Nods. It's nods. It's nods.
Yeah.
It's nods.
You got it. Before we go, can Sai see if she can find a book about where is it? I want to make sure I get the name right this time.
Oh, that weed.
The shade
Or-
root, yeah. Or like shade root, or like where it's from, or anything like that that would catch her eye. Medicinal herbs, if you will.
Make me another investigation check.
Investigation. Hey, that one fucking landed on 18 and just didn't move. Nice.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
You find an entry that talks about a bunch of different kind of like rare herbs, specifically more illegal herbs. And you do find one that mentions shade root. It is a root that is found almost exclusively in the Underdark, although it has been known to grow on some other planes, as long as the environment is kind of right. You read that it is very addictive, producing kind of a strong hallucinogenic effects, and is nearly kind of like odorless and tasteless when mixed with food or beverage. It is incredibly rare, and incredibly expensive, and for that reason, it is not necessarily like an issue within like communities, as it's far beyond like the average price range for people that may be addicted to like common drugs and things like that. There are much more things that are easier to come across that people usually end up resorting to, and shade root is not a very common one.
Yeah. Is there any information about like people breaking out of the addiction, or like any side effects thereof?
Side effects, definitely. People that just simply can't afford to kind of like continue paying for it can induce like hysteria, madness, to the point of like people spending most, if not all, of their available funds trying to procure it, to the point where they like keep themselves from purchasing basic food and drink and shelter and things like that because they deem the shade root as more important. A lot of the cases end in death or very severe indebtment, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
Whereas like people will find like either like mafias or some other sort of shady kind of source that can provide it for them at an extremely steep cost, but not necessarily money. People have been known to work as like kind of like assassins and things like that for promised payment, and due to lack of experience usually end up getting themselves killed that way. But yeah.
She kind of just like closes the book and puts it back on the shelf. She looks a little sad, but kind of turns her attention back onto what they were doing. Holy shit, I can't spell assassin.
Ass.
Ass.
Yeah, yeah, there we go.
Ass. The ass assassin.
But yeah, her and Hatch are gonna head to the next somewhat logical place of the college, see if they can't find any information on Miriam or Noah, or because I imagine if she's highly skilled like that, she probably had some sort of tutoring or schooling, but
so you guys make your way there. We'll snap back to Brangarn for the time being here. About an hour goes by where you sit on the docks fishing.
Yep.
You see tons of people going about their daily business, keeping an eye on the area. You kind of start to get like a rough idea of the general routes people take. There's not necessarily like a a large pattern to it, as it's just kind of like whatever openings are available in the dock when a ship pulls up, or what they usually take.
Yep.
They're unloaded either directly into like small carts or just hand loaded directly in towards like whatever buildings. You see some of them that bring fish in towards like the Twisted Vine Tavern, some that bring it into the marketplace kind of on the northern side in the lower city, and some that kind of bring it in towards like the merchant district, and that kind of thing. You are able in your time there to catch a couple like sea trout of notable size, enough that you could probably cook up a decent meal for at least a couple people for the evening, potentially more if you spend more time. But yeah, is there anything you'd like to do after an hour?
No, I'm. Because like I don't want to ask about if it's like, oh, does the Celeste have a shipment coming in today, and be like, oh, that's fucking suspicious. But yeah, but the guild didn't mention anything, unless I've interpreted it wrong from the note. Granger has been tasked with retrieving crippling gemstone. Gemstone's a question is massive fist-sized diamond isn't possible. China, the Northern Star is currently overseas and over the capital city. It is scheduled to be picked up by the Elma, the Celestial Family's cargo ship, and delivered to Zolos, the capital city. Okay. So we don't have an ETA, but you know.
That is basically your job.
Yep.
You don't know where the ship is currently. I will say, like, you saw it was there when you guys left Corvair initially when you were on your way to Pyrgos, but you have not seen it since you came back.
I guess I'll walk back to the fishing shop after the hour.
Okay. I'll say you're after about an hour's worth of fishing, you're probably out of your 5 copper worth of bait.
Yeah, fair enough. And I like the. I'm assuming there's probably some local fishermen that are either sitting around or in the shop, like resupplying for the day.
Yeah, there's a few people. There's one
I'd
guy
like
that's
to
just
start
kind of
keeping-
like hanging around talking with the shopkeeper. He doesn't really appear to be doing anything important. He's just kind of,
Oh, just chit chatting. Okay.
yeah.
Oh, hey,
Seems like
lads.
they know each other fairly well. Kind of like
Have
looks
you guys
over at
seen
you.
the oh gosh, that massive, beautiful ship with all the masts? I haven't seen it in ages.
The Ilma.
Ilma. Oh, a different name. Easy to spell, so short.
I just kind of stare at you for a little bit.
Huh. Oh, I just haven't seen the ship in port in quite some time. When I left, it was here, and then when I came back, it's gone. I'm so used to seeing that ship just sit here for like a weeks on end.
It's a cargo ship, lad. Chances are it's out delivering cargo.
Oh. Huh. How long ago did it leave? Because I've been out of the town for 10 days, 15 days?
Kind of shrugs. A few days ago.
Am I able to like kind of mental math a ship leaving here and then how long it might be for a return trip for it?
Make me a
Straight intelligence check?
We'll say a nature check.
Measures the ability to recall about terrain, plants, animals, and weather. Survey says. Okay.
You can assume, because you know where it may be going, which would be Zordal, because you know that's where the Northern Star is currently being kept.
Yeah.
To travel to Zordal, which is fairly far away, you're basically at like the equivalent of traveling from southeastern or like southwestern South Africa, southwestern South America to like Japan kind of thing is like the distance-ish you're looking at.
Okay.
Or like that kind of globe position, basically.
Okay.
And with the speed of the ship and weather, which is not necessarily consistent, and time in port when they get there to leave again, anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay. Okay, so we have about another fortnight until they'll maybe be here, I guess. So 14 days. Alright, and then, oh, it's just kind of like, oh, okay, that is, yeah, it's a speedy ship. Shopkeeper, could I be able to get some more bait? And then I like
another 5
I
copper.
just show yep. So I dropped 5 copper. I've caught these beauties today.
You see, like the guy that was like talking to the shopkeep, kind of puckers his bottom lip a little bit, and like kind of like a impressive kind of look. Doesn't necessarily say anything, but you can see based off his expression that he didn't necessarily take you for someone that would be able to catch anything of use.
Not bad for a dwarf, huh?
He just kind of nods a little bit. Says, "I
Being better.
see if you have that luck continued."
Oh, at the rate I'm going, well, it'll be good. And then, yeah, I purchased more bait and everything, and I kind of swing the fish over on the back of my shoulder, and then I'll start walking to where I think Sai and Hatch are. Because it's pointless for me just to stand there. I'm not standing there for 14 days and just waiting. Just see if they have any more information. So
yeah, you make your way over towards where they last said they were going, which was the library, and
they're in Corvair. I know that much.
Yeah. You see Percy and Zik standing out front. Zik, you're probably just finishing your initial kind of scout. I'm not sure if you're just staying in spider vision or if you're doing anything with that.
Oh shoot.
Assuming I'm at like the range of where I can go for now, I would drop everything.
Yeah, I'd say probably if you're sitting in front of the library, you probably got 80 feet from the border of the eastern border of the house. Wherever that might be. Look on the map here for you. Know how far you are from the eastern wall.
Try.
But, oh yeah, you're at like 110 feet, so you're technically just past it, but we'll give it to you. So yeah, that would be as far as you were able to control your familiar at the very least. You could give him commands, and he would follow them to the best of his ability, and you could continue to watch, or you could reposition and try and get back within a range where you would be able to control him yourself.
We'll try and reposition just so we're not in the same spot.
Try to what, sir?
We'll try and reposition just so we're not in the same spot the whole time.
Okay, where would you like to try and reposition to?
I can't see the other map, so just judging off that, somewhere on the south side, so I can come up this way and start looking.
Out front of the house.
Yeah.
Move you back to the main map. Bit of a view. So yeah, currently on the edge of the library, kind of like stretching in towards the house, kind of, so you're able to get like that much basically that you explored.
Is there anything out front the wall, like any light posts or benches or anything like that?
Not necessarily. It's kind of like right on the corner, and there's just that kind of this large town square. There's like the large statue in the center of the lot, and Other than that, just some trees on the side that lead up towards where the gate that goes into the lower city is. Yeah, that's about it. And the rest of the building is along the wall that separates the Scholars District from the lower city.
I guess we'll go south then at those bushes. So I'm in there. Actually, they're in the.
Like here kind of thing.
Yeah.
As you pop back out of your vision and you start excuse me. You start leaving, you see Brangarn kind of walking up with a couple trout slung over his shoulder. Both of you do.
Dinner for a couple days.
Well, I tell Zik. Oh, turns out that it'll be about 2 weeks till the ship gets here.
Okay. Well, we can spend some time casing this place a bit more then.
Mm-hmm. You see him munching on like some like trail mix as well, just crunching away.
Just imagine the maids in the manor going, "Man, there's a lot of spiders around here lately."
Nobody's seen him yet.
Yeah. Key emphasis being yet.
Well, sure, luck won't last forever, but got a good amount of scouting in
Believe.
at the very least so far.
Nah, I believe we'll be fine.
So yeah, are you continuing into the library then, Brangarn?
I'm pretty sure the librarian wouldn't appreciate dead fish in her library.
You're also very dirty because you've just been rolling
Yeah.
around in the muck.
Yeah, I look like a commoner.
Yeah.
That's the point.
I'd say, like, even like walking around a lot, you notice like a lot of the commoners don't necessarily look near as dirty as you do. Like they have basic kind of rags on and stuff, but they haven't necessarily been like rolling.
They don't look
around in
homeless.
dirt. Yeah, you may have overdone it a slight tad, but
It's
He's
fine.
committed.
People won't come up and talk to me. They won't bother.
yeah,
Won't bother
no,
me.
for sure.
Have you heard of Tempest?
Percy, it's me.
Oh, hi. Would you like a flyer?
I've seen Tempest in action. He is a gracious god.
He is a gracious god. It lets me give spicy vonks.
To the faithful followers. I will make my way back to the tavern. Like the one where Sai used to work at.
Make my way downtown.
Okay.
And I'll head back with like my trout and everything, and then I'll pass it off to I forget what her name is. Maeve, and be like, hey, could you get the cook to like cook these for us when we return?
Sure. Was there a specific way you needed them done? Or... I'm
No,
not.
just grilled.
Chef's choice.
Just please don't turn it into chowder.
Make it
That's my
chowder.
one request.
I'm not nearly as capable with this raw product like this. So I'll do my best.
Chowder.
I don't think Brandguard would know how to gut a fish, so.
Percy very softly going, "Chowder." Like, got me.
But I also tell her it's like, worst case, you can just grill it. Just make sure it's cooked.
Best case chowder.
No, worst case chowder.
Best case.
Thomas fucking hates chowder.
Good thing you're not
You
Thomas.
just don't like anything to do with the water.
Yeah.
I literally went fishing.
Hey,
It
you're
was
mad that they
nice.
can swim, so you decide to kill them.
And
Damn.
guess they shouldn't have been swimming. Guess they shouldn't have evolved and grown legs, huh?
Damn.
Me thinking about walking fish.
Oh, am I gonna be surprised when I learn about merfolk, huh?
They could fly before they could walk.
Wait till the sharks build kelper breathers, then we're really fucked.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I assume you are going to continue scouting, Zip?
Sure.
Bring you back. But now from the other side.
Alright.
Really, this will have different rooms in it, right?
It's all just guest rooms. The entire
They
building
don't-
is all just guest rooms.
They don't actually live in this house. It's just their guest house.
Yeah.
Their real
a
house
facade.
somewhere else. Yeah.
Who
It's their
dis?
summer home.
Oh no, this is the Celeste Hotel. You're looking for the Celeste Manor. That's on the other side of town. So thing brought back up here. Scroll. So you see two tall iron gates stand at the northern end of the estate, flanked by two guards with chain shirts and spears. On the other side of the gate, a horse and carriage is being unloaded by a man in basic leathers who brings crates and barrels from the cart into a small door that the carriage is stopped beside.
Okay.
So I'll say at the moment this is technically open.
I'll try climb over the wall right here.
Would you like to make me a stealth check?
10.
And
That's just bad.
10 is enough. This does not look like a guard. Does not seem to be on the lookout and is currently busy unloading crates and barrels and things. It does not seem to notice you. Actually, let me double check the passive perception of the horse. Actually, wait. The horse does not notice you either.
Stupid ass horse.
What? What do you mean to the horse?
Cuz, fuck the horse.
It's not Major Tom though, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Fuck the other horses. I'm just kidding. No, I like the other horses. They're my friends too.
That's just a horse, girly. Oh my god.
So you said they're like taking stuff inside, right?
Yeah, they are currently in the middle of kind of grabbing stuff. It is not their turn yet, but so they are currently just grabbing kind of crates out of the back of this carriage.
Yeah, well, I'll just like come sneak up underneath the carriage and just wait and hold my action to follow 10 feet behind him. Is that a thing? For as much
And hold
movement
your
as I
action
have?
to dash, so yeah.
Okay.
So this turn, this one, 10, and your turn. Or you can reaction follow.
Yeah. 20 there. Now it's my turn, correct?
Yep.
Dash. D, that's my turn.
How's Zick doing? Have we found the red room yet?
Red,
Oh, I should have mind linked with fucking Zick before.
rip.
It could be useful.
Go ahead.
Pardon?
D dash 5, 10.
Music's just
20.
meh.
Hold that. Here, that's my turn.
their stealth checks.
With advantage, or what was it? 65?
Maybe more than 60 feet. It is 60 feet. This is a straight stealth check.
Yeah, but I'm like really small, so I'm like on the north side of the tile, so it's like 62.
62.
Do you want to roll a disadvantage?
Damn.
I mean, Jets don't win. Where the fuck did the...
Why are you trying to test God? Don't.
He still has his portents too, so
Oh, true.
That's why. That's why.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
that's why he's being
Hmm.
confident.
What did I roll? Like an 8. There's 6 and an 18, so it's 6 or 6. I'll keep my 18 for now.
You're 18.
No,
His
6.
portents.
Oh, you mean you keep your 18 portents and
Yes. Yeah.
roll the going with the 6. Okay. Yeah. So this guard at the south end of the hall notices you. He doesn't like shout like intruder and rush you or anything like that. He just sees you and starts making his way towards you. He has used his movement for the turn though, and he's not necessarily going to be dashing, but you can see he has noticed you, and on his next turn will start moving towards you. What would you like to do?
Get her away.
I will go this way. 5, 10, and I'll go in this north door.
So you see, two restrooms sit across from each other in this small branching hallway. Each is equipped with a small wash basin, hand towels, and a lantern.
I will climb up on the roof just above the door.
Okay.
That's my turn.
I'm assuming you are attempting to hide.
Yeah.
Make me an additional stealth check.
Okay. 21.
Nice.
A little bit better.
So you hear the footsteps down the corridor start to get a little bit louder. Are you doing anything else?
I'll just keep hiding until another turn or two, see what happens.
They get even louder. You hear them kind of outside the central area. You hear a door creak open. Close.
Man, why couldn't that be from my room?
Another door open. So you step inside, give a glance around. Doesn't seem to notice you. Steps back out, closes the door. You hear mumbling about pests. And
Efson spider.
I'm taking care of the pests.
Okay, you hear the footsteps start to make their way away from you. They're still fairly close.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I'll just chill here for another turn.
Okay, you hear them start to get a little bit quieter now as they kind of turn the hall.
Okay, I'll climb down. I don't know how much movement that's gonna
We'll
take,
say
or if I can just drop.
10 feet to kind of make your way down. Let's say you could drop, but a fall from 10 feet takes 1d6 falling damage, so...
Absolutely nuke your spider. Like,
You would assume
I
that you would
don't
likely
know if
not be able
spiders
to
can
survive.
take fall damage in real life. I'm assuming obviously D&D.
They really, like, they do take a good amount of damage from a fall.
Mine's out here just dropping spiders, seeing how much they splat.
That's all he does. Just drops him off his roof in his spare time.
Okay, well, I'll climb down 10, out the door 15.
Or here,
20.
there is 15 because you could do a diagonally to the door. So. Save yourself
20.
space.
Dash 25, 30, 35, 40. That's my turn.
Turn again.
Okay. 10. I'd like to stealth come around this corner if that's possible.
Sure. Yourself.
Okay. 15. 20. Probably just do perimeter, but I'm gonna go in 25, 30, 35, 40.
See that this long hall is divided into 2 rooms. The southern room holds a massive dining table set with fine china, massive dining table set with fine china, golden candelabras, and pitchers of fresh water. Cabinets around the room hold additional dishes and silverware, as well as bottles of wine and extra pitchers. The northern section of the room contains a smaller table that seats only 5. It's next to a roaring hearth. Creative firewood sits on one side of it, while china cabinets and a wine rack sit on the other side, next to a tapped cask of ale, and a pair of bookshelves flank the entryway to the room. The western wall, you cannot see. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
5, 10, 15.
You see the western wall is dominated by a massive hand-painted portrait of the entire Celeste family.
Probably as far as I can go in here, so.
Yeah, that's it. Probably this wall is kind of like your barrier.
So I think that was 15 movement.
So
25, 30, 35, 40. Five, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
nothing overly notable about this section. You see just like a small sitting area next to like the front windows of the house. You can see the windows stretch out onto the giant wooden balcony out front. You can see there's a smaller side door here that also extends out to that balcony, and more framed portraits of various older looking family members that look to have been painted many years ago. Okay. Anything else?
No, if that was. Is it back to my turn again?
Yeah,
or?
yeah.
Okay, sorry. 5, 10, 15, 20. 25, 30, 35, 40. Is it for me? I don't know if you want to make another stealth check.
Not at the moment. You are starting to push the bounds of your 100 feet of reach, though. You can see just out there's a small window again that looks out onto the front balcony of the house. You can see at least one guard standing outside the front doors. Other than that, the hallway looks to wrap around and continue off into the rest of the house. You see another small door here that goes off somewhere.
Okay. Just one more room behind me. I want to check. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 35, 40.
Stealth check, please.
Yeah. 21.
Okay. You turn the corner and see this other guard making his way directly towards you. We'll say that because there's not really anything to break cover behind, you are able to at least kind of duck behind the wall fast enough that he does not see you.
Okay.
But you can imagine if you were to try and push farther down that hallway at the moment without breaking line of sight, that he would undoubtedly spot you.
And what is this right here? Sorry.
There's a small kind of cupboard that has a just a portrait that is kind of hanging above it on the wall.
Are there any cracks in the cupboard I can climb into?
I would say not in the cupboard itself, but there's a bit of space underneath it where you could kind of scurry underneath where the cupboard is against the floor.
Beautiful. That's my turn.
Assuming you are staying there until...
Yep. Yes.
So, just move past you. Continues up around the corner. It's start to disappear and be quieter.
Okay. It's my turn again, then I'll pop back out.
Yep.
40, unfortunately, I can't get through there yet.
Return again.
Through the door.
This is an exterior door, it seems, as it has the same rubber lining along the baseboards that would keep insects from getting there.
Well, then I'll just call my spider
Okay.
back.
Pocket dimension.
Yep.
Alrighty. Is there anything you'd like to relay to Percy? Or what would you plan on doing next before we jump to the next group?
I'll just mention that there are multiple guards, and I've got a good chunk of the house explored, but still need another round or two of going in.
Okay.
Percy, you see one of the town guard wanders by, and he says, sorry, you said Tempest?
Yes.
I've heard about him. Priests of Valkyr have mentioned him. He's the deity of war or something, right?
Correct.
I mean, I've been known to be a bit of a fighter myself. What can you tell me about him?
Oh my god.
Just
Well,
draw the absolute blank.
Tempest welcomes all that, like, are quick to end fights, and, like, he is a little bit chaotic. He does switch sides at times.
Switch sides. So you see,
Yeah,
he's not very loyal?
Well, one day he can fight, like, be with one side of the war, and the next day he'll be on the opposite side. He just likes fighting.
Sounds like a good way to get yourself killed, does it not?
Or glory.
Percy didn't like that comment.
Make me a persuasion check using religious proficiency if you have it.
A persuasion with it?
Yeah, so persuasion, are you proficient in persuasion?
Yeah, I'm proficient in both.
Oh, okay, then just make me a persuasion check.
It's like, I never gotten to use this before.
You see him like think for a moment, and he says, sounded interesting, but I don't know how Noah would feel about switching sides like that. I feel that's a good way to get yourself punished or fired. And I like my job a bit too much. It pays too well. Sorry, maybe another day. Kind of gives you a thanks. He takes one of your pamphlets and disappears. Kind of like looks at it strangely. Expects it to be maybe a little bit more well done.
Looks like the
I'm not an artist.
crazy man. Yeah, it's okay. Tempest good.
Big
Let's
bonk.
see. Oh, I can even open the flyer you made on stream. Perfect. Tempest equals bonk is good. Little paw print, Percy.
Yeah, pretty much. Gets the point across.
Yeah. He takes it. You see the brow kind of furrow in confusion a little bit as he looks at it and walks away. Is there anything else you guys would like to do?
Me and Hatch are still the other side of
Yeah,
town, so
we-
it'll be up to you guys.
Yeah, that's all you boo-boos.
Oh, you boo-boos.
Percy, Zick, you guys planning another reposition, or what's the deal?
Yeah, no one else is doing anything.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Well, we'll do, if you guys are doing a reposition, we'll just kind of do that first, and then I won't go back into more scouting. Well, then we'll jump to the other groups again, and then go back.
What are all these? Just on the other side of the
Those
wall
are
here?
buildings in the lower city that are on the opposite side of the wall.
More people though.
It's about a 20-foot stone wall that separates the Scholars District from the lower city.
Well, it's either out back there or out front of the house. I think out back there might be easier to get away with.
30-foot space about from the wall to the back of the Celeste Manor.
Okay.
So you guys make your way down behind some of the buildings. It's actually fairly close to where Maeve's house is, just kind of across the street and down a ways. But yeah, you kind of like tuck in behind some of the buildings right next to the exterior wall. It looks fairly unkempt, and doesn't look like a lot of people necessarily maintain this area as best as it could be, but perfect place to do scouting, I guess, although you're probably not going to get much attention for your Tempest flyers from back here.
Paul, would I be able to like start approaching back to where Zick and Percy is? R2?
Sure, after you're done your
Yeah, it's more so for like an evening meal kind of thing.
yeah, you'll probably get back to where they were last you saw them, which would have been out front of the Scholars, or the library.
Okay.
So that was where you saw them last. So we'll say you can make.
We
your
were
way back
just
there.
here.
Yes. Sai and Hatch, you guys make your way to the college. What would you like to do?
No, didn't really have a plan.
I thought wasn't the plan see if we can find anyone that is in some way friends or connected to.
Yeah, I mean we can
As
always
I go
just.
back,
I mean, it's
go
like
back to reread the name.
Yeah, Miriam. I mean, it's like a community college, right? It's not like a gated off university or anything like that,
it's
right? Okay.
the front section of the building is very open. So there's like a large fountain in the center, and kind of like the interior kind of has halls that are kind of like open on the inside. Like there's just kind of open pillars that kind of like give access to the center courtyard. And then there's doors that kind of head into different campuses and kind of buildings along the sides that you would access from inside of this courtyard. Whereas like the exterior of the building walls are more so just solid with like windows and things like that. So you would access all the buildings from inside the courtyard.
Okay. We can kind of wander around the courtyard first. I guess we would kind of be looking like we're like touring the campus, basically, like saying like, oh, like that's kind of cool, like trying to act like tourists almost.
This is not the place for Hatch.
Yeah, Ash just looks nervous. I looks a little sad, like oh yeah, it's kind of cool. And then like we'll kind of keep our eyes on the crowd, see if we even notice Miriam at all, or if we notice like maybe like more noble looking crowds, kind of maybe eavesdrop on their conversations. And if we don't even see that in the courtyard, like poke our heads in some of the classes.
Okay, make me a perception check.
I will help with that.
Thank you for helping.
What was the roll? That
7.
Discord open. Ooh.
13.
We only go. We go.
Only
up
going
there.
up.
So you don't see like Miriam or anything like that. You do see there are a few students in robes kind of wandering around the courtyard, making their way from one classroom to another. You see there are kind of signs hanging out front in the halls, in front of each of the individual classrooms. There's kind of like classrooms that teach kind of like business and social kind of studies. There's classes that teach more about like woodworking and kind of leatherworking, more of like your basic trades kind of thing. There are ones that teach in like the language arts. There's a more fine arts kind of classroom that was focused more around like music and drama, acting, that kind of thing. And there is one that sticks out to you a little bit more as being for arcane purposes.
Your ears perk up a little bit. Let's go to that one. I want to go to that one. She like points at the thing.
Hatch is like Hatch is dead staring at like the acting one actually.
Yeah.
Like he completely forgot what he was actually looking for, but he's looking at the acting.
I want to be a star.
But for the mission, of course. But we should probably go check out the arcane classroom first. Yeah, let's go that way, and then yeah, just starts kind of dragging him along.
Oh.
But the mission, of course.
The mission, of course, yeah. I'll pat him on the arm and be like, we can go look at the acting one later.
Gives a thumbs up, but his like head's kind of like still staring as I walk by it. Like he's curious. He wants to see how they do it.
Is it like a large classroom? Like, would we be able to kind of like slip in, or is it more of like a smaller lecture hall?
You can't really see the interior. There is it's stone walls kind of on the inside, and then you can see like a door that has the sign hanging in front of it. It says like arcane studies, and you can hear like a lecture of some sort coming from within. Yeah. So based off the exterior of the building, it doesn't look like it's overly large. Maybe like 30 by 50 feet classroom kind of thing. You would assume that if you were to open the door and step in, you would likely be seen right away.
Yeah.
Whether or not you would be interrupting or not is a different story. You're not sure.
I was hoping this would be a larger lecture hall.
You hear like a small from inside the room.
Like a crashing noise?
Kind of. Sounds more like a small explosion.
Oh. Can I try and like sneakily open the door a crack?
Yeah, sure. Make me a stealth check.
Higher than 13. That's not higher than 13. It's a 12.
So you open the door and quickly realize that the hinges on this have not been maintenanced for a while, as there's a loud kind of as you creak the door open. However, it does not seem to immediately be noticed, as you see coming from the front of the classroom a kind of like a black smoke cloud that's kind of like billowing off of one of the stone desks. And you see an old kind of half-elven man. You see he has a kind of short but very curly and kind of like frizzled hair coming out from underneath like a small beret. And he's kind of like coughing and waving his hand, trying to blow away some of the smoke, and says, "And that, my students, is why you should never attempt to light a lantern using a firebolt." And then he kind of like glances up and sees you come in and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you enter. Are you a new student here?"
Almost. I'm touring the campus, and I'm interested in the arcane arts, so I was just peeking my head in. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Wyatt standing behind her.
I'm tutoring that one for credit.
Spoon magical, therefore
Yeah.
hatch magical.
If it's not too much trouble will be able to sit on this class?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. We might be using the inspiration for this one, boys. Yeah, we're using the inspiration for this one. Oh, please.
It can only get higher.
Mm-hmm.
It can only get higher.
No, it can't.
Yeah.
Fuck. Why'd you jinx it?
I thought it was gonna go higher. I'm sorry. I should have looked at the last roll. And wait, it's probably going down from here on out.
Says, well, if you are a potential student, you are more than welcome to sit in, but your friend, I'm afraid, will have to wait outside.
She kind of like half glances back at Hatch and is like, "You good if I go in?"
Classes. He can go to the acting classes.
Yeah, you can go to the acting.
Hatch is like,
Alright.
oh, I'll find something.
Just don't stray far and keep a low profile. She kind of like pats him on the arm and quickly walks to the back of the classroom and just sits on. I guess I'm assuming there's like no empty chairs or anything available.
Oh, there are a few, yeah. It doesn't look like it's a
Okay.
packed classroom by any means.
Alright, she'll find the one in the back and just kind of sit for a bit and it kind of half paying attention to what he's saying, kind of half paying attention to like the crowd.
Hatch just reaches over and closes the door.
She puts her head on the desk. She doesn't want to look at anyone. She's embarrassed.
So yeah, you kind of sneak your way into one of the back desks. You see a couple of the students kind of looking at you. They look to be fairly young for the most part, but not necessarily like too young or old that you would be a kind of like an odd one out here. You recognize a few of them that you've seen around Corvair during your lifetime, and they look to be well dressed and well kept. This doesn't necessarily look like a place that a lot of like commoners would be able to afford. And your original tavern garb may have stuck out a little bit more here, but after your recent change of clothes, you look a little bit more fitting for the area. And they kind of like look at you a little bit as you come in, but then as you kind of like sit down and take your seat, they turn their attention back towards the front, and he continues his lesson. It seems to be a very basic kind of like introductory lesson, trying to teach not necessarily like how to use or like how to cast cantrips and things like that, but more so how to control them and how to use them properly. Scenarios in which certain cantrips would be appropriate or inappropriate, that kind of thing. Basically trying to teach like good magic practice as opposed to necessarily teaching a spell in general.
The etiquette of magic.
Yeah, so you see he like eventually near the end of the lesson kind of goes around and sets a candle on everybody's desk, and has them all attempt to light it using the produce flame cantrip as opposed to the firebolt cantrip, so as to not to cause any excess damage to the candle. He kind of like walks by you and kind of like looks down, and he doesn't like necessarily go to offer one immediately, but he kind of like gives you a quizzical expression like, would you like to try?
I don't know that spell, but I certainly can try my best.
I cast fireball.
I can still imagine
chromatic
like is there windows on the door by chance?
No, there are windows on the opposite sides. Like if you were to go outside of the campus and look in from this side, you would be able to see inside the classroom.
Hatch waving.
But there is no windows on the interior of the campus.
Oh man, I thought there was gonna be one on the door, so it's just like Hatch like looking through like a little slot in the door, just watching and seeing what happens.
Like the high school door where it's just that like
Yeah.
Yeah.
3.5
That's exactly
more
right.
inch.
Upwards rectangular window. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it does not have that. It is a wooden door
Yeah.
with iron bands on it. But no. So he when you said you can at least try, very well, and he sets the candle on your desk and goes around proceeding to hand out the rest of them to the rest of the students, and kind of makes his way back up to the front. And then he watches as everybody attempts to light their candles. You see some of them kind of like struggling to produce a strong enough flame to get the wick to catch. Some of them are naturals and are able to get it on their first try, and kind of go around dousing it and relighting it and dousing it and relighting it to kind of show off, while a few other people try and struggle to get their candles lit. Would you like to attempt to light your candle somehow?
Here's the thing. I don't know any fucking fire spells except maybe Chromatic Orb, which I feel like would be a very bad idea.
It's stronger than Firebolt, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, what other spells do you have? Or cantrips?
Fucking Gust, Mind Sliver, and Ray of Frost. I could put everybody else's candles out.
That's what I was thinking. It's like you're concentrating so hard and you just produce Gust instead.
Fuck it, I guess. Oh yeah. Like I'm just going through the cantrips I know, and I fucking gust my own candle and I'm blowing it out the people around me. It's just like, sorry.
Yeah, perfect. You push your candle off of your desk and douse the two students sitting on the row in front of you. Douse their candles. One of it was one of the guys who was able to light and douse his candle at will. One of the other ones is one of the students who was attempting to get theirs lit for most of the session, and finally was able to do so. And as they're like putting their hand up to call the teacher over, your gust of wind kind of douses it, and they stop and they look down at it in shock, and then they whip around in their desk at you, and you just see the fury in their eyes.
She's just sinking in her chair. Absolutely fucking mortified.
And you see the guy already had his hand up, so the teacher kind of like comes over and looks and says, "Not able to get yours done, Matthew? Perhaps next time." And he's like, "No, I was." And he like sinks down into his desk slightly. And
she'll raise her hand and be like, "Actually, that he did have it lit. I messed up. I'm sorry."
He kind of looks over at you and looks back at who you know now as Matthew, and says, "Is that so? Well, congratulations then, and thank you for your honesty." And he kind of gives you a slight nod, and he glances down at your candle, which is like broken in 3 pieces on the floor in front of your desk. I think you would make a fantastic student.
Well, thank you. I know. The only fire spells I know might pack a little bit more of a punch than what you're looking for.
Well, that is absolutely what we are trying to avoid here. Trying to teach proper use of magic, the right spell for the right job, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I think blowing a hole through this wall might not be a good idea.
I'm sure you can find other uses for your skill set. Fire magic is not everyone's strong suit. I would not feel worried about it.
This teacher's cool as fuck.
She's still sinking in her chair, just not looking at Matthew at all. Kind
of crouches down and picks up the pieces of your candle and starts to make his way back up to the front of the classroom and sets them all down. And he kind of says, "Well then, class, I believe that will be all for today. Next class, we will be discussing the use of the thunderclap cantrip and how it can be used effectively outside of combat." And he kind of like glances around at a couple of like the more like jock-looking students that are sitting in like one of the back rows. One of them like takes a piece of paper and kind of like crumples it up and throws it at the guy sitting next to him, and says, "Now, everybody, make sure to practice your produce flame cantrips at home. Do not try to do anything drastic. If I get another note from any of your parents about damages caused, I will not be sending them a remedial letter to apologize for it. This will be solely on you, so I don't want to hear any of that this time." And everyone kind of moans and groans and starts picking up their books and stuff and leaving the classroom.
Do I spot anyone that might stick out as a potential connection to like the upper class, basically?
I mean, everybody there kind of looks like they come from a somewhat wealthier family. You don't see anybody that looks like they would be a Celeste, as all of them have a kind of like distinct white hair. and you don't see anybody that matches that description, other than maybe the teacher whose hair is quite gray, but you can assume that that is more of an age thing than a bloodline
The
thing.
tips of
Tips are
Sai's
black.
hair are white. Yeah.
Maybe you're related to them.
I'll as people are kind of filing out, I'll go up to the teacher and be like, sorry for causing a ruckus. I actually had some questions for you if you had some time before you need to go to your next place.
Of course, anything for a potential future student. What can I help you with?
Oh, well, I've been researching some powerful, wizards and other magical, magic users. And I've just been curious. I was looking into the Celeste family just because, they're locals. And I read that Miriam Celeste was a very strong magic user. I was curious, did she go here? Did she get, private tutelage or anything like that?
Oh no, Miriam was one of my best students. A very talented artificer. She graduated quite some years ago, I do believe.
Oh, okay. Does she still work in town, or does she work? I'm assuming she still works with her family, but
I believe so, yes. She does work for the business. And...
have you seen her lately? I would love to get, an interview with her, or, I'm a little bit of a fan, I guess you could say. Just want to kind of get to know her if she has any time to spare.
He thinks for a moment and says, I can't recall the last time I've seen her outside of the family manor. I believe they spend quite a bit of time within their own dwellings. I've heard that their private library rivals that even of bards and nobles. So I do not think there is much need. I'm sure she makes her way out occasionally for something. She has to, right?
All right. Well, thank you for the lesson. I'll practice that fire spell. She's very quick, shielding her face, walks out of the classroom.
Says, I don't believe I caught your name.
You can just call me Sai. Most of my friends do.
Well, a pleasure to meet you, Sai. I hope you consider signing up for our college, and I hope to see you in my classes in the near future.
Well, thank you. Just kind of very quickly walks out the door.
Gives you a slight bow, kind of, from his sitting position in his desk. Make your way back out. Patch, what were you doing while Sai was in her lesson?
I walked over and started watching if it's open door.
No, similar to the Arcanist class is there's no windows from the inside of the campus courtyard facing inwards towards the class.
Mm-hmm.
All of the windows are from the exterior of the building pointing inwards.
Then I probably would have opened the door to the acting class and just looked in for a minute.
Yeah, you see there's quite a few individuals. They look to be kind of partaking in a practice play, kind of. They all have large scripts of paper that they're holding in their hands, and they're kind of standing on a mock stage at the back of the classroom and kind of trying to read out lines. Occasionally, the teacher, who is what looks to be a fairly elderly looking kind of kenku. You can see they have kind of somewhat molted feathers and kind of graying in places. Occasionally chimes in and kind of, with more energy, you need to enunciate. Move your lips more. They need to be able to see your lips moving. Those people in the back will never be able to see you doing anything. Come on, use body language. Move your arms. We need. And she's kind of enticing them to act with more vigor and act harder. As you kind of open the door, she kind of glances over her shoulder and looks at you and says, "Oh my, I haven't seen a man so large in quite some time. What is it that I can do for you, my friend?"
kind of wanted to watch. If that's all right.
Of course. It is nothing if not in an actor's repertoire to be able to perform for those they have never met before. Isn't that right, students? And you see a couple of them are like, oh, but we don't even know if I'm still too nervous. We haven't got it down yet. And she's like, that doesn't matter. It will be more real. And she like urges you in. Come, take a seat right up front. And she kind of like sits you right up in front of the classroom. It's just like there's like small stools that kind of like line the front, and she kind of like sits next to you on one of them, and you sit there and kind of watch them act out this a very poor kind of like almost like Shakespearean type play. The writing necessarily doesn't seem bad, but their acting is definitely new and could use some work.
Hatch is kind of like studying them and like kind of like seeing, because like this is the whole different kind of like scene for him for like I guess acting, in a sense, because you know, per background, you know, he performed in front of people, so he's kind of curious to see how this one would entice people to like why would they come watch this rather than, you know, watch people fight in an arena.
Yeah, it's definitely like, more of like a drama type thing. Love, betrayal, those sort of subjects. And you very quickly realize that what you did was more of just physical entertainment. People love to see people do things that puts their life at risk, kind of live vicariously through you, that sort of thing. Whereas this is more of a being able to experience a type of life that they wouldn't get in their daily kind of menial work life, that kind of thing.
Right.
Like an Othello or a Macbeth.
Yeah, exactly.
Hatch, you got the fight scenes for Macbeth on like you're so good there.
I'm so smart there. While I'm thinking about it, what's this about?
What do you mean? What is it about? Is it not obvious from watching?
Different kind of entertainer myself. I'm curious. Like, he's trying to sound a lot smarter than he is right now, but like.
It is about the connection between two people that are in love with each other but not allowed to love. Separate noble families that are star-crossed and not allowed to be wed. Arranged marriages that have to be broken and betrayed. Do you know nothing of love?
Hatch like frog blinks, like
to one eyeball at a time.
Like lizard, lizard blink.
He's like tapping his knees. We're a different, maybe not with another, but a horse.
Her eyes kind of go wide, and you see her feathers kind of poof up a little bit.
No, right. My pet, like I don't. It's like a friend.
Perhaps you will learn more from simply watching. Pay not attention to the way that they are acting, but the words that they are saying. Find meaning in their message, that sort of thing.
Like Hatch nods and just kind of holds his hand over his mouth, so he just reminds himself, like, don't say anything.
Okay. Make me an insight check.
I hope it's low, because it would be way funnier.
So it's a very like Romeo and Juliet type story where like it's two contesting noble families, their son and daughter fall in love and want to marry, but the heads of the family would never allow it, kind of thing. And all you can think of, just like when the father says no to the daughter, that she's not allowed to marry this other man from this other noble family, all you can think of just, why don't you just kill him? You'd absolutely be able to get married if he was just dead. Like,
Yeah, that fits Matt Hatch's mindset so well.
What the fuck does I bite my thumb at thee? What the fuck does that mean?
What are you, egg?
but yeah, eventually, Sai, you make your way by, and I assume check in at the acting class, as you know that was what Hatch was interested in, and kind of creak the door open and see him sitting intently staring up at the front at this young this young couple of students that is very poorly acting out this knockoff Romeo and Juliet play.
Could I make a perception check to see if I notice Sai come in, because like I'm very clearly interested in what's going on in front of me.
Sure, yeah. We'll say DC 10. It's not too hard. The room is fairly dimly lit. Yeah, the room is fairly dimly lit. As soon as she opens the door, the light kind of streaks in a little bit. You're very, very easily able to notice her come in.
Hatch is gonna lean over. Thanks for letting me stay. I gotta go.
Of course, feel free to come by later when they have this down a little more. Students kind of like hang their heads down a little bit. I've seen better acting from my grandparents.
Hatch is gonna clap for him. He's like, it was enough for me to follow along, and I appreciate you for letting me stay.
No problem, sweetie. If you'd ever like to come by again, do not hesitate.
Thank you. And then I'm gonna walk out and like give thumbs up to the actors as I walk out.
They like do like that really weak, toothy smile where it's like, yeah.
So, how was it?
Didn't really learn as much as I liked, but I kind of know a little bit more about Miriam, I guess. She's not here.
Oh.
She's probably still in the manor somewhere, I guess. But she kind of debates telling him that I knocked a kid's candle on the ground. She looks sad.
You knocked yours on the ground. You just blew
I
out
knocked
the
on my
other
candle.
kids.
Yeah. I knocked my candle on the ground and I blew another kid's candle out.
Hatch is definitely laughing at this. Like,
It's not funny.
fucking hilarious.
Listen, I always wanted to be a student. I'm just not good. I couldn't go. Never got to go before. I wanted to do good.
Well, after this, we can take you.
I don't think we'll have the time, buddy, but I appreciate it.
Oh, we'll find time. And that Hatch like puts his hand like behind her head and just like pushes her in front of him.
All right, we're going.
We're leaving.
We're leaving. But the teacher kind of knows my name. He knows. But I didn't give him a last name or anything. But just keep that in mind.
Gives a thumbs up.
Yeah. But, I guess we'll just go meet up with the others. Tell them the stuff we found out.
Works for me.
You start making your way out of the Scholars District and run into Brangarn, who's making his way back from the library after attempting to find Percy and Zick.
Any luck?
Dinner's at 5.
Great, so you did it just as good as we did.
And then as yeah, won't tell him I caught fish or anything. I'll just tell him dinner's at 5 at the tavern, and then I am going to use my psionic whisper on Sai.
Okay.
And like I'm assuming we're just gonna start walking. Well, I just go roll a d6. See how long it lasts. Okay, 2 hours. I'm just strictly using it on Sai, and I'm just gonna talk and tell Science like, Sai, I have a proposition for you. How do you feel about meeting the guild leader?
It's like raises an eyebrow. Why?
He might be able to make a deal with you for your debt.
Honestly, it can't hurt at this point.
And you might be able to rope in this school scholarship thing.
Oh.
But that's for him to decide or not.
It's worth a shot, I guess.
The only thing is you're gonna have to swear loyalty to the guild.
I'm sorry.
You're going to have to swear loyalty to the guild.
I don't really want to do that. This was kind of a temporary thing, not a permanent thing.
All right.
It's kind of
And then-
like walk awkwardly in silence.
It was already
Yeah, then
silence. It was mental conversations.
Yeah.
Extra silence.
Mm-hmm.
Mental silence.
Yeah.
Mental silence, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm assuming like I hear none of this,
No.
correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
No. No.
Hat's just looking at birds, like horses that pass by.
Alright, a bird.
Mhm.
Horse.
Where are you
Um,
guys walking to, anyways?
I'm kind of following Bram because I assume he knows where the others are.
I'm just gonna just kind of wander this way, kind of back to the tavern,
Mm.
because I have no idea where they went. I didn't bother making a perception check or investigation to figure out where they went. I just went to the last location I knew. Like, worst case, they're dead.
Huh?
It's true. Worst case, they're dead.
Yeah, we should probably make sure they're not, though.
Zick's pretty resourceful. Percy has Tempest, so like,
Tempest. There's no T. No second T.
Tempus.
Exactly. If that helps you remember it, then sure.
Okay. Okay, well, he has his god of bonk on his side, so like, he should be
God
okay.
of bonk. Alright.
So you guys start making your way back towards the Twisted
Yeah,
Vine.
you didn't get a flyer?
No, I didn't actually.
I produced the flyer.
So I just like looks at it, like scrutinizing. It's like this. This looks like the ravings of a madman.
Well, you've met Percy. You know.
Yeah.
So you guys start making your way back towards the tavern. We'll swap back to Zick and Percy for yet another scouting mission. What is Percy doing while Zick is on this one? Because we're kind of out behind some buildings in the lower city. So you don't really have the audience that you had in the other locations.
I'll just be like keeping a lookout, just protecting Sick while he's in his familiar form.
Well, he's comatose.
Yeah.
That's good.
My on that north side of the house.
Yep. Up there. You're technically a little farther. Like Zick is a little farther north of that, but 30 feet. Got
That wall there. Okay.
much.
Okay. Well,
We'll say you can get like a square inside of it, basically.
Just quick deal over there. Come back this way.
Give you a
Yeah,
rough
yeah.
description of this southern area
Yep.
here as you pass it. Ba-ba-ba. A small exterior garden lies on the northern edge of the estate. A mossy stone well stands in the center, and a small stone table sits in the southeastern corner, with a small crate containing a couple bottles of wine. Various orange and white flowers bloom from nearby the the nearby shrubbery, and a small balcony overlooks the garden on the eastern wall, on the eastern wall's second story. So basically, above where this set of double doors is, you see a balcony on the second floor above that. That also has some doors that lead into the estate.
Okay. I'll climb over the wall here. Thank you.
You snap. Can you move from there? Okay, yeah.
Yep. Am I behind this bush enough that Buddy can't see me?
Yeah, I'd say so.
What is this that I'm on right now?
It looks like a pigeon coop.
Okay.
You can kind of hear the cooing of birds inside of it, rustling of feathers.
I will jump the fence here. I'm assuming same exterior doors, no entrance possible.
Correct.
Okay. Hmm. Okay, well, I'll go back over here, climb over the wall, go down the chimney, and go into the left side this time. Whoa.
So, the walls of this sauna are lined with stone benches, with towels stacked at the ends closest to the door. A large rectangular basin is filled with coals, and an empty hearth in the corner provides ventilation for the steam that would be produced by the basin.
It's not steamy right now, though, I assume.
No.
Is this a door I can go under?
So it's a spelling mistake in my description that I need to correct. Yes, it is.
Shit, where was the hallway? Which hallway was it? This hallway? That's my range?
It would be the closer one, specifically.
That one. Okay.
There.
Okay. Are we in initiative order right now, or?
Not at the moment. Draw a lingering line.
Okay, well, I'll go down here right away. Pushing over to here, and I'll go through this door.
This. So the center of this room contains a large stone bath. A grate in the floor provides constant filtering and cleaning of the water within. And the surrounding walls are lined with stone benches and shelves containing an assortment of clean white towels. You can see like a servant or some sort of member of house staff that does not appear to be a guard is currently in the opposite corner of the room, refilling one of the shelves with clean towels.
I'll just leave.
So just hold on a second here.
Never mind, I don't leave. No.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I would still leave. I wouldn't know that someone's out there. So.
I mean, like, yeah. So you could make like a perception check to see if you can hear anything or whatever, but
No, I wouldn't have before. So.
hey, fair enough. Appreciate the honesty. So yeah, you step out and you see a man that's starting to come around the corner. Stealth check, or is that what that recent one was?
No, that was for the other person. I
Person
just
in the room?
preemptively rolled it. Yeah. Don't matter.
Right. Still
Even
does
better.
not seem to notice you.
Spider stealthy. So we are in initiative order now, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. 20, 25, 30, and I'll just stick my head in this door. 35, 40.
So this room contains wooden shelves that hold a variety of clean cloths, clean clothes for the manor staff, as well as clean towels and a laundry cupboard. A steel drain lies in the center of the room, and 3 doors grant access to what looks like private bathrooms. Or bathing rooms, I guess.
Okay, well that's pretty much it that I can reach from here, so I'll just do the bamf them back and then
Go. You can go.
what's there?
You can go.
Yeah, I can't really go anywhere else, so I'll just bamf them back.
Oh, sorry. 10 feet away from the door, so.
Yeah, I'll just recall him.
Oh, bamf him back. Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Pocket dimension. Gotcha.
Yeah. Because I can't really explore anywhere else. Like, I mean, I could go like to the far left and look around, but I think it's just like stable area, so I'm not too worried about it.
Okay. Right.
Turns out there's a trapdoor.
Yeah.
You recall back to where Percy is on the other side of the wall.
I'll just tell him that I wasn't able to explore the front part of the house or the second floor, really. Maybe we might want to come back at nighttime so we can go on the front side. I don't know, it'd be more suspicious in the day or at night if we're better luck, but yeah.
Yeah, we could come back at night.
I assume it's getting somewhat close to our meeting time.
Let's see, guys.
It's been at least an hour.
Yeah, it's been probably at least 2 now at this point. Let's say it's probably like noon-ish. You guys basically kind of like woke up and headed to the general store and stuff, and then went from there to the Scholars District and did all the rest of that. So like, yeah, it was all still fairly early. I'd say it's probably about noon now.
And I guess we could try going out front real quick, see how long before he shoos us away or tries to start questioning us. Just lean heavily into the religion proselytizing and me being a blind kobold or some shit.
Also, I'm assuming kobolds aren't very popular in Corvair.
No.
Are we disliked or is it just like neutral?
It's not necessarily disliked as much as they're not a race that currently lives within, and they're more so known to be like wilderness dwelling creatures that don't necessarily have a good reputation. So people are more so like just shocked to kind of see one just wandering around. For the most part, as long as you're with others, and they know you're not just like a feral kobold wandering around in their midst, you don't get too much unneeded attention, but you definitely draw the stares of people as you kind of walk by.
Okay, if that's the case, then I would walk with like the robe from my clothes up.
I mean, yeah, even then, your snout sticks out, your tail sticks out, like, it's... But
okay, fair enough.
For the most part, somewhat hides your appearance. So what would you like to do?
I guess we'll try just chilling out front for as long as I can, scout that last little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
How close do you want to get to the front of the estate? I can tell you, I guess, the description for the front as you kind of walk up. See a large 2-story manor with white stone walls and dark blue shingles sits on the end of the street. Dark wood frames support tall glass arched windows. A large wooden patio stretches across the entirety of the front side of the building, leading up to a grand set of wooden double doors at the front entrance where 2 guards in chain armor stand guard.
Probably like 20 feet off of the property line or like the outside wall, and then I assume the main door is kind of like on the north side there, like where it is on the map.
Not so much. Here, I will move Zick and Percy over to the map here. See anything right now?
Nope, nothing.
Second, I will grab your tokens. Once it loads for me.
The doors.
We could be like kind of on this.
So here, I'll give you a quick, like, just because you can't see past it, because it's technically like a one-way balcony kind of thing. But, yeah, you can see the front patio that kind of stretches across the entirety of the front of the estate, whereas the double doors are kind of in the center.
Maybe chill like over here, 20 feet off the wall, so we're not like too suspicious. I'll just warn Percy that if anyone's approaching us, just to give me a slight like sidekick or something.
Say you're drunk, so act drunk when you come back.
Okay. Well, I don't know if that's a good idea, but we'll go with it. A drunk kobold, I'm sure that'll
just to explain you like being slouched over.
Fair enough.
I will say that you at least see that the guards at the front door kind of like see you guys as you kind of approach and settle into a position fairly close to the estate. They don't necessarily say anything at first glance, but you definitely seem to have gotten their attention at the very least.
I'll quickly send my spider over this. Get in. Yeah, that doesn't really help me. Is this wall here like a short retaining wall or something that I can climb over to get on the patio?
It looks to extend all the way up to the ceiling and onto the roof.
And then, so this one would be a short wall? Or is this?
Which, sir? Yeah, that is just a small fence. Like the entire front patio is about 5 feet up off of the ground, and then there is a small kind of fence that sits on the top of it.
Okay, well, I'll hop on that square just on the inside of the corner then.
I would probably, because he's kind of looking in that direction already,
Yeah.
I would probably have you make a stealth check for that.
11. Hold on. Fading phony is my potent now, or save it. No, I'll try saving it for now.
Okay.
Can I make, if he's doing a perception check, or is it just a visual, like he sees me?
You're going off with his passive perception.
Okay, never mind then.
He does, however, notice the spider appear on the patio as he's kind of glancing over in that direction. As his passive perception is enough to be able to notice it. And let's see, what's his... I would say, yeah, with the combination of you guys just arriving and then a spider magically appearing on the deck, he's going to start making his way over towards you guys. And kind of like shouts down from the balcony, "Hey, no loitering!" And is going to take a spear and attempt to attack your spider unless you do anything about it.
When I hear that.
Let him try and attack the spider. Well, I mean, if he kills, it'll do some magic.
10.
So, that's a good question. Probably. He misses fucking Goober.
Right. And he narrowly misses it, kind of stabbing the spear into the wooden slats of the patio.
I mean, trying to stab a spider with a spear is fairly
difficult.
Yeah, I would just scurry into that bush to where break line of sight, and then bamf him out, and then get up and we need to go. If that's okay.
Get up and what?
Get up and be to Percy, we should go.
Yes.
We have overstayed their welcome.
Yeah,
Yep.
you see him behind you, kind of like stabbing into the bush with his spear, and sees you guys leaving and is satisfied at his job well done.
Fair enough. Got a good chunk of the house scouted, well, at least the first floor, so I'm happy with that for now.
Alrighty.
You got him.
Kill that tulip bush.
Yeah, so his passive perception was 12, so you just
Rip.
missed it. I was giving you
There's a one.
ties, so I didn't know exactly what to do for that. But
I don't know if I could have guidance myself there or not, but it's too late now.
you would have to guidance the spider.
And guidance is touch.
But no.
So yeah,
Fair enough.
you guys are shooed away from the estate for loitering, and have at least been spotted and recognized by 2 of the guards at the front door.
Okay.
Where would you like to go?
So what do you think? Just head back to the tavern or anything else you want to do? Oh, we have a few hours.
Might as well just head back to the tavern for now then.
We'll just go get wasted while we wait for our friends.
I'm good with that.
You make your way back there and see that your friends are already there. You guys have made your way inside, and see Maeve is sitting behind the bar and cleaning some glasses and plates and silverware and things like that. You can hear chopping sounds and preparation of food happening in the back room. What would you guys like to do?
Let's sit with the boys and the girl.
Demi. How'd your
Also-
mission go?
Decent. Scouted a good chunk of the house. They have a fairly decent guard presence.
Mm.
Other than that, didn't really find anything like useful information wise. I think
Yeah.
Percy may have prophesized a little bit.
Mhm. I kind of relay the information I got about the family members, and kind of explain that my hunch is to follow Miriam, but I think for the purposes of everything we're trying to do, it's best to look into the parents too. But I personally don't see reason to follow up with Noah the son, but we should still kind of just check up on him as well.
I don't know if it was just like coincidence or because I didn't go on the second floor, but I didn't see anybody that didn't look like a commoner or guard. So I don't know if
Really?
they're just not home or.
Well, all the people I talked to today said that most of the time the family just, or at least Miriam, stays inside the house and deals business there.
Hmm.
So my guess is that their rooms are probably a little deeper and a little higher up.
Yeah.
It's like only 2 floors, right?
Yeah, they're probably top floor.
Yeah, I didn't get to search any of the second floor yet, so we'll have to
Mhm.
either go back or figure something else out for that.
Yeah. They do have events with like foreign nobles and stuff. I imagine that maybe the thing they're bringing in on the ship might cause some attention.
Have Hatch pretend to be a foreign noble.
Maybe
That's what I was
not
wondering.
that.
There
Maybe
is
not Hatch,
no
but
way.
somebody
You
in our party.
If you got me nice enough clothes, I'll do it. Someone just like be my.
What's your
fucking-
charisma?
Actually, let me look.
Assuming it's a dump stat.
It's a +0.
I
At
mean,
10.
not
Oh, I have
bad.
the highest charisma.
On a scale of
Yeah,
1 to
good
20,
fluffy.
it's about halfway there.
Mine's a +3.
But
I have a -1,
Yeah.
so don't send me.
I don't know. It's just this family's bizarre. They doing shady shit. They like never leave their house. Probably the son is what I imagine the person
They're
who
vampires.
is out and about them most often. But he's what's it called?
Way.
Yeah, it's the family.
And
The son's
O's
probably Noah's probably the one that's out and about the most, but he's like a guard captain, so that's gonna be
He's
hard
a
to get
public
close to
figure.
him. Yeah,
He's probably located across right from the general store.
yeah.
Wait, Kieran, do you still have that note?
Which note?
About your dad?
Yeah.
Is it? Does he mention the route in it?
He does.
Okay. It's not.
Why?
It's not great evidence.
No, it's not.
Oh, I guess he. Oh, I guess he could do a
And
tip
then
off, saying like, hey, this dude's sketchy as fuck.
yeah, but you also have to remember that Chapman got it from that family. Chances are he's not going to investigate his own family if they're as corrupt as we think they are.
That's fair.
I mean, to be fair too, it's probably like along the lines of he is maybe corrupt as well, being the head of the,
The guard, yeah.
yeah.
Cover up anything that his family's
Everyone's
been doing.
corrupt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that if we figure out where the family members are, we can maybe split up again, and then each one of us kind of tackle one of them to look into what they've been doing. But I don't know, they just like don't leave their house half the time, it seems like. And if they do, no one really notices because no one ever sees them out and about. But
So that they might actually be on the ship, or at least one of them will be.
yeah, I imagine that's probably
Because the
wise.
ship won't arrive until about 2 weeks from now.
Well, we have 2 weeks to make a plan then.
Because
that's all I was
for scouting the rest of the house.
Yeah, because that's all I was able to find out from the fishermen's. Fishermen's? Is that plural? Is that
Fishermen.
plurally correct?
fishermen.
Fishermen.
Then fisherman for single. Think?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
But
I just don't use the term plurally.
yeah, I think I get it. Honestly, because from what I understood, the father deals with the shipyard side of things. The mother deals with the like in-house sort of business stuff. So she's probably got a ledger of some sort, or like a real ledger and a fake ledger, basically.
For the Northern Star, I feel like that's probably her interest as well.
It might be, but it also probably is located somewhere on information about the ship, so it's best if for that side of things we look into the parents. But I think for the other purposes we're looking into them, that we look into the children. So I think we need team parent, team children, basically.
Um,
The real question is, if we do get into their manor, how are we gonna get out of life?
because like we could say like, hey, we were out adventuring, and we found one of your family pins, and we're just here to return it.
That
Where? Like, I know where, but where are you gonna say when they ask?
Oh, we found it in Pyrgos. We were looking for a place to camp outside of town.
Yeah, but chances are, if we flash the pin to the guards at the front, they'll be like, "Oh, we'll take that," and not let us in.
Yeah.
We'll say we have some lost property that needs to be directed to the head of the family, and it's very important for him. And then we can always lubricate it with gold. So
I definitely think we need to try and find a non-lethal way to get in and
Yeah.
have a good excuse for being there. Because like, if obviously we get caught, it's fucking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
we
have
might
a feeling he's gonna be
to-
at high level.
Yeah. We might have to
Yeah.
have someone going through the front and then someone sneak in the back, basically.
So-
When you were looking around the manor, did you find like a back way in, or was it all like windows and stuff, basically.
There's a couple of like actual entrances. There's a back door, a front door, a side door, and then a shit ton of glass. Colin, when I was at the windows, did it look like they are the opening kind, or?
Yep, it looks like they could be opened. I would say that since you were from the inside of the building looking out for a lot of them, you saw there's like small iron latches on the inside that would keep them from being opened from the outside, but they look like they do open.
We could easily get around that with Mage Hand, so that's not too much of a concern, I think. So yeah, lots of windows, quite a few guards, 3 entrances that I remember.
Where are you guys having this conversation about?
Probably
In
like
the-
tucked away in the back
Yeah,
corner of the
it's
tavern.
very quietly, not like.
Yeah, we're not like talking out loud.
Close enough to the bar that Maeve would hear you, or no?
No.
How busy is the bar?
It's like noon, not terribly busy. A lot of people are working today. I'd say there's probably like a few drunken regulars that aren't really paying attention to you guys. But
Yeah. Yeah, we would be basically like as far away from anyone as we possibly could be.
Yeah.
Colin, I'd like to get up from my seat and walk over to the bar and ask Maeve, like, hey Maeve, is the food done?
I thought you wanted it to be ready for dinner.
It's the second dinner. What do you mean?
It's just past noon. There's another 4 or 5 hours left at least.
I'm a grown dwarf.
If you would
Graham,
like it to
stop
be ready
harassing
sooner, I
her.
can have the chefs do what they can, but I didn't. I was under the impression that you did not need it ready for another 4 hours at least.
Can I crumple up a piece of paper and throw it at Bram? Stop harassing her.
Get out of here. Yeah. Just I think now is gonna be like a more appropriate time to have a meal.
Okay, I will have the chefs in the back try and prepare it right away.
And okay. So 30-40 minutes, so. And just wave me over, I'll come and grab it myself.
All right.
But when you were, scouting, we have 2 weeks. It might be a good idea to take note of like guard rotations and how many are at each door and stuff like that.
I have a limited number or limited idea of rough numbers. It seemed like they seem to be doing a pattern of some kind. I don't have the exact
Yeah,
paths down or anything, but
that can basically be your job for 2 weeks is getting just kind of scoping the whole place out and getting down guard rotations, because the more we know about the layout of the house, the better.
definitely.
And then obviously if you find any like documents or anything that might be helpful, just
There was a bunch of writing desks, but not a single piece of writing on them. They're very good at keeping their shit hidden, or it's all upstairs, at least.
They were all guest bedrooms. How many guest bedrooms have you gone in that have had a bunch of important documentation laying around?
All of them.
Yeah. Trying to think if there's like another way we can get inside without arousing suspicion. Also,
We can do anything from like having someone hired as muscle to like maid staff to like maybe like faking being dignitaries or nobles from like a far place to having a trade offer. Few ways we can go at it.
yeah.
Quick, everyone check your backgrounds.
Well, the laddie.
I'm barely starting to be able to talk to you guys normally. I can't imagine trying to pretend to be a noble.
Yeah, that would not be my strong suit.
Hatch would definitely blend in as like hired muscle, but it actually might be smarter to kind of go in through the soldier route and see if we can get him in that way.
Boom.
Maybe we can propose to be like, I don't know, some like inventors, I guess is the best way to say it, and like propose ideas for them to sell. I mean, they're merchants, yeah.
Trademark our idea.
Mm-hmm.
Sell them the license.
I mean, we can even just come up with like a fake trade deal. Be like, oh, we come from this land and we have a bunch of products. Maybe we can get like a sample or something. Like, this is what we want to sell.
I might not be a part of that one, because even on the off chance of anyone recognizing me from around town is probably not great. If it's like, I'm from somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'm a
bro,
local, so
You've lived here for 20 years. We've seen you.
Yeah, no, me and Bram are probably out of that part of the thing, although we can probably help somehow. But
my only other. What? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think Percy would be a good option for like a foreign, whether it be a
Yeah.
noble or a tradesperson.
Mhm.
Because I doubt
Yeah,
Tabaxi or I assume you're Tabaxi.
yeah.
Or
See, I have good charisma, but I'm fucking stupid.
So do Tabaxis have their own language?
No.
Huh.
Do you speak any other languages besides Common?
Speak Abyssal, Celestial, Common, and Undercommon.
So nothing that we could really
So, like-
use. You just walk in there speaking Abyssal.
I mean, they're the Celeste family. What are the chances they know Celestial?
I mean, that's not actually a bad idea.
Could pretend
Especially
to be
'cause
like
he's-
a whole
Because
Indian
like
race.
I could be kind of a translator unless anyone's like actually knows Abyssal.
Nope.
Because like,
Like that one.
so I have the anthropologist background, so I can observe a human. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. You can. I can observe a humanoid for one day, after which you're able to communicate with the humanoid in a simple but not quite sophisticated language.
Mm.
So I could essentially translate when Percy's speaking Abyssal and hope to God that they don't speak that language.
Considering how, I mean, the family seems kind of educated though, so they'll probably clock it in some way or form. We can.
Well, I'm
certainly
translating,
try
so
that.
he's speaking fluent. I'm able to understand his ideas.
No, I know, but them being like, I don't know. What country speaks Abyssal? Like,
Hell.
hell yeah. Yeah, unless
Technically,
you
it's the abyss. Hell would speak Infernal. Abyssal is the language of demons, which come from the abyss.
Yeah, I mean, either way, I don't think that Selûnites are gonna love speaking the fucking demon language.
No, the Celestial might be a good option, though.
Mm-hmm.
So
Plus, he's got some religious knowledge too. You can probably play with that as well. But,
Yeah, I'd say like a trade deal or
Mhm.
nobility would probably be our best bet, seeing as how they're a trade family and they seem to put on what it sounded like, at least put on a decent amount of.
Yeah, me and Bram, if we end up going the like more trade deal thing, might have a better time sneaking in the back just because we are a little more recognizable. And then Hatch can be his muscle, I guess.
Do we know that you guys are in like some fucking thieves cult thing? Blah blah blah.
I've always referred to them as the guild. I haven't given an actual name of what they're called.
You just say guild and you don't even see it say thieves guild?
No, I just say the guild.
Okay. I was gonna say like maybe You
But, like,
guys would
you're
know
a
somebody
pretty
that you could
smart kobold.
hire.
Yeah,
Am I?
you're a wizard.
You're a wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got +3. Yeah, I'm a smart.
Yeah,
kobold.
yeah, you can pretty
Put two and
much
two
like,
together.
oh, he fights with daggers.
Yeah.
Like he runs into the trees, he hides, and then he fires off a shot. So like you can probably assume.
Plus, every single time you've talked, it's always been like some shady fucking business or like some very questionable
True.
moral concept. And you can assume not a lot of guilds would be approving of that type of behavior. You could probably
Yeah.
narrow it down at the very least.
Yeah.
Make an educated
Well,
guess.
I'll just ask Bringarn if he knows of any like high-class thieves or rogues that are a part of his guild that we could maybe hire to get either more information or.
Or
Hey, you're a rogue.
Counter
Do you know
argument.
any good rogues?
or hear me out. I can't go near the fucking place because they're protected.
Oh.
Actually, no, because they want us to steal it. They're not protected.
I was gonna say conflicting fucking messages here.
Uh,
Want
We
you to
can't touch
steal
them,
this
but
shit from them,
also-
but don't ever fuck with them or else they'll kill you.
yeah.
Ah.
Well, one of my books, they literally stole from the nobles, and like there was it's called the Secret Alliance, and it was along the lines of you never steal from the nobles, you only steal from the poor. But this thieves guild decided they only steal from nobles. That's it, and they went
I guess-
against the secret peace or whatever.
I guess it goes back to, do you know any good rogues?
I can see what the guild has and what other resources they're willing to give me, but the fact that it was just assigned to me and only me.
Yeah, but a man's got to have a network of. Can't just do everything by himself.
No, I can definitely take a look after our second lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I can't really think of a legit way to get in.
Yeah, it's kind of just that thing of like we make a plan and we make a contingency. Like,
Good.
Worry about a woman for themselves. Meet at Pyre Ghost.
honestly, like at this point, if we're gonna be taking on like one of the most powerful families in this town, we're gonna have to be ready to get the fuck out as soon as possible.
Do we know of any other like rival families that are like vying to like maybe take them down that we can get their backing and support?
Dick doesn't know.
Yeah, no, I know, I don't know. I'm asking
Yeah. What
the
I
people that live
Fi
here.
might know. She might have
Yeah.
seen something like of another big family from the library.
Yeah. Do I know?
Up until 2 days ago, I didn't even know this family existed. So yeah, I definitely don't know.
I'd say
Same.
most of the other noble families in Corvair are nowhere near as wealthy as the Celeste family is. The only people that might come even close is the Lionheart family, which is the family that the mayor, like the mayor's family, basically. And that's only because he's in the position that he's in. Yeah, like the power gap between them and the next highest noble family is quite significant. Even the gap between them and the Lionheart family is still pretty large. Like their manor is larger than the mayor's mansion. They are likely more wealthy than the mayor as well. Yeah, like it's as far as people that might contest them for power or anything like that, the options are in Corvair are basically none.
They're the dominant trade family. That's,
Yeah.
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 It's
Wonder
just
if
a
we could-
dominant family.
yeah.
It's like the what's that family that controls all the banks?
Well,
RKB.
I mean, I don't want to.
But like they're basically like they're not in like a position of government power, but they might as well be, kind of thing. Like they
I
provide
know who you're
enough
talking about. I
income.
just can't
Yeah, I
fucking.
know. I'm blanking completely.
Rothschild?
Yes, thank you. But yeah, they provide enough income for the city that nobody would really even want to mess with them because they could very easily just pay their way into any favor that they would like and that kind of thing.
I mean,
Whether or not that's within their moral compass, you're not 100% sure, but from what you've heard so far, what dealings that they've been making kind of thing, it's not completely out of the question.
I mean, the other avenue I guess we could take is one of the things I read was that the father, oh my god, what was his name?
Oh fuck! I remember,
Lord
but I don't.
Lord Dominic is very concerned about his reputation and the family's reputation. Wouldn't be
he's
very...
the
He's the head of the family, basically.
no, but his job. He's the head of the city guard.
He's the dock. No, he's the dock guy. The ships and all the cargo and stuff like that.
Well, I thought he was second to his wife.
Wife does the in-house stuff. Like she does like the trade within. I'm assuming like the trade within Corvair and stuff like that. While the husband.
Oh,
does...
like foreign versus.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of what I'm
International.
assuming.
Yeah.
So if we could maybe like disrupt, like disrupt the shipping, like burn some ships, blah blah blah.
That's gonna get us really fucking noticed, though.
I mean, like that's like the extreme end of it.
Yeah, I mean, the other angle we can play is they have dinners with the mayor decently often.
You're going for dinner with the mayor? And Maeve comes over bringing off a platter of
Oh!
cooked trout.
Maeve, I asked you to wave me down.
Oh, I'm sorry. I completely forgot. Your food is ready, though. She kind of sets down plates of this fairly nicely cooked trout. It's not like battered or anything like that, like fish and chips would be or anything, but it's fairly well prepared and it's grilled and salted, and it smells quite delicious at the very least.
Thank you.
Start chowing down.
Yeah, Hatch is gonna pick up like the fish while it's still like a little hot, burn his hand a little, and just start eating it.
Yeah, it's still quite
choking
warm.
on a fish bone.
Yeah, she says like, did I hear that you're going for dinner with the mayor? Gregory is a charming fellow, if I do say so myself. Make sure to say hi.
What do you mean
she
by
kind of
that?
raises her fucking eye. Do you know him?
I mean, everyone in Corvair knows him. He's the mayor.
I mean, I don't know.
How well?
Know him.
Not as much as I'd like to. And she kind of gives you a little bit of a shoulder nudge.
Alright, we're setting them up on a date.
Hatch takes the fish out of his mouth and puts it on the table.
Sai makes that face like when if your parents are like overtly flirting, like she just cringes a little bit. Yeah. But I mean, I feel like that's a decent way to go, just because
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, sowing seeds of doubt in the merchants themselves wouldn't be a bad idea. Like, I mean, word of mouth travels fast in a tavern, I suppose. They find out that the most prestigious family in Corvair is doing some shady shit.
I mean, we could
We'll put out some tabloids.
Take off my ring. Hear me out. Take off my ring. Go over to the docks. Start spreading some shit.
Yeah.
And then just put the ring back on. That's your Clark Kent disguise.
Absolutely.
Just like pats him on the arm. It's like, that's an idea. Probably.
If you take the wig off too.
I feel like I may have intruded here. Can I get you guys some drinks or anything, or should I just take my leave?
Could I have a water?
Of course you can, sweetie. And she kind of like grabs your cheek a little bit and does like this face.
Sai's like rubbing her temples. She's like, I'll take a drink at this point. Just give me.
I was told beer's on the house.
No,
I'm pretty
no.
sure that is not what I said. I said I have to keep this place in business.
Is worth a try.
Be nice. She like kind of like pushes his head down a little bit.
It says
You
ale
catch
is
it, you
2
cook it?
silver a gallon and 4 copper per mug. Wine is 2 silver for a pitcher and 10 gold for a bottle. And water's
I'll
on the
have some
house. And
water.
she kind of like tussles Hatch's hair. You see like the wig like shift from side to side. You see like the
Oh.
reaction on her face as she very clearly notices and kind of pulls her hand back. And, so drinks, 1 water, Sai, what would you?
I'll take a. What was it? The ale? It was a couple copper pieces for a mug.
4 copper for a mug.
4 copper. Okay. All right, I'll take one of those.
Make it 2.
Oh my god, I have to do math. I only have silver pieces.
I wish when you put like the 4 copper and hit minus, it just auto did the math. It'd be so
Right.
nice.
So
1 for 10. Like it's a simple conversion. This is why I don't pick electro pieces, so that it's easy.
Yeah, but it could be easier. They just gotta.
So I
You've
would
been
have
Implement a bit
spoiled
of a
by the
script.
minus HP thing, haven't you?
Yeah.
So I would have 6 copper left. Okay.
Math lame.
Wait, you have no money?
No, with the
Oh,
Which
okay.
I took
If
away a
she
silver,
were paying
yeah.
for 1 silver pieces, or 1 silver piece, she would get 6 copper back for her mug. Which is
I have 69 gold pieces. Nice.
nice.
Hey.
Okay, so 2 ales, a glass of water. Anyone else?
Yeah.
I'll take it as a no. All right, I'll be back with your drinks.
I think
Here's
Percy would like a glass of milk.
That is just racism.
Is it
Stereotyping.
right?
Yes.
Imagine like Hatch mid bite hears that and just fucking starts choking on his food.
If you would like, I could get you a saucer of milk.
A
Well, I
glass,
didn't go that
please.
far.
I'm sorry, a glass. If you're interested, it would be 5 copper pieces for a glass of milk.
I'll have a glass.
All right, I'll be right back.
I didn't even know we had milk at this tavern.
Well, I mean, the cooks probably do.
I would
For,
say
like,
it's
if they're
usually
making,
used for
Yeah,
cooking,
bread.
but if somebody wants to order
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
then
yeah.
What are you, a milk drinker?
Make a really shitty white Russian.
Well, it's gonna be like full fat milk too. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, cooking milk.
So we have a couple options that are equally terrible. Like,
Yeah, not one's great. Not even good, even.
I mean, we have 2 weeks, but I feel like even just spending a little bit of time getting more information is the best way we can kind of go about this.
honestly, the best one is the Zick and Percy, because I have a time frame, but and then I'll see what guild resources I can have for this.
What was I thinking? I had a train of thought and I just completely fucking lost it. I'm actually mad about
Choked
it.
on your fish too hard.
Good RP.
Yeah, like, dude, I had an idea, but now it's gone.
That's
There's
very,
always
it's very in
there's always
character.
the brute force option.
The brute force option's most likely gonna kill us.
Hatch points at
Section
Zick,
0
and then
again, boys?
immediately points back at Sai, like he's in agreement
Mhm.
with Sai.
Just like, yes.
I heard a group used it to push through an entire tomb. We could do it.
I also heard that group was at least level 9.
I had to put a number on how strong they were.
Yeah.
Not that, you know.
920.
But I don't know. I feel like we needed more information, especially about the family members, because I'm fucking. What are the chances when I'm just like, yeah, I got an open door policy on my office? Like, imagine.
Oh
Have you
my
guys just
god.
tried talking to them?
Yeah, right. So I think that getting some info would be good, but I honestly don't know how to go about that without seeming like hella suspicious.
Maeve returns and delivers you guys your glass of water, 2 cups or mugs of ale, and a glass of milk.
Grogu.
So I will kind of swish it around in the cup. Be like, Maeve, what do you think of the Celeste family?
Oh, I mean, very wealthy folk. What I wouldn't give to have a portion of their funds. I think they have been in business for quite some time and seem to be quite good at what they are doing. I hear they're hiring, actually.
Oh?
Everyone perks
Oh.
up.
Oh. For what exactly?
I don't know exactly. I know they have a few positions available on the local job board, last I checked.
Do you remember?
All I
Give
imagine
us
is
the exact details.
All I
I
imagine
just
is
said I don't know, but last I checked the job
Oh.
board, they did have some postings on. I've even heard a few of my local sailors that come in here regularly discuss potentially stopping their fishing business to go work for them, because apparently they pay quite well.
Oh, whereabouts is this board?
Well, there's a few all over town. The main one is just in front of the mayor's office.
Which would be Upper City Middle?
The one with all the flags on it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you guys have been there once before.
Mhm.
Oh yes, yeah. We're like session 1.
Something like that. You went there
Maybe
before you
zero.
left, Corbett.
Yeah, I have to find the hunters. Which
No,
are
like
probably
after you came back, you were looking
Okay.
for like some medial jobs to do or whatever, and you stopped by there.
I grabbed the fish on the stick and I'm like, "Thank you, babe." Chug the ale and I'm off to the job board.
I thought you
I
called her
return the
babe
cup,
for
I-
half a second. I was about to be like, bro, what?
Yeah, I heard babe.
Give her a wink.
No. I'm gonna slap Ray on the back of the head with them.
I'm gonna
I'd
follow.
like to see you fucking try.
I'm gonna follow Brangard.
Do you pound back your water too, or do you leave as soon as?
Oh,
you-
absolutely. I'm gonna act like I just took a shot of like alcohol and just fucking pound the water and then just like take the fish with me.
I suppose we should all kind of go.
Oh.
Sai just very quickly sips her drink and doesn't finish it, puts it on the table.
Just take the mug. Just take the mug.
No,
You'll return it.
I don't want to be. Listen, not great things said about me sometimes. I'd rather also not be known as a drunk who carries around a mug of ale with her.
Yeah, suit yourself. I walk out with the mug.
Jesus Christ,
I put 5 gold on the table.
you're a big spender.
Yeah,
No.
no doubt.
Alright, well, I'll put the mug next to the gold and follow them out.
You guys all make your way out and head towards the town center out front of the mayor's office where the job board is. You look over it and you see a few other postings, one of which you vaguely recognize as saying that there's demons that are guarding the road to Pyrgos, and that they're paying 5 silver pieces per year. And that kind of stirs a little bit of a
Is
memory.
that
in your mind.
the job we forgot that?
Yeah, that you guys had read once that I had told you about, then you forgot about it. You actually
Funny, I
did
have
it,
I have a bunch of ears.
I know, and that's the funniest part, is that you actually just cut off the ears anyways. And I'm like, oh wow, what are the odds of that? Because we were killing them and you guys didn't say anything, and I'm like, oh, that's gonna be funny. They're gonna kill them and then they're gonna get back and realize that was the thing, and they're not gonna have the ears to prove it. And then you're like, I'm gonna start cutting off ears. I'm like, no fucking way.
100%. I was just doing that just because like it's a little fucked up. So like,
I know, but they need proof that you dealt with the issue. So
well, I have six blink dog teeth, 4 banded ears, and Thretch ears. I have 4.
there you go.
So.
guess. Yeah, for
So
Oh,
you know
I guess
you
I'll-
definitely
Silver.
killed more than 4 dretches, so you missed out a little
But-
bit there, but at least you have some. But yeah, amongst
Oh, okay, they want pair. Gotcha.
amongst those postings, you also see one in not near as ratty kind of parchment. It's very like fine pressed. And you see there's like an ink border that surrounds it, and on the top you see the logo of the anchor with the spyglass crossbar at the top. That you are able to identify the Celeste family crest, as you have a pin that duplicates it. You see it says Celeste family now hiring servants for positions, including 1 kitchen staff, 2 cleaners, and 1 guard.
Gardener was the last one.
Cleaning would probably be the best, just because it gives you access to
Yeah.
a lot more rooms, if not all of them.
And what was the first one? Kitchen.
Dibs.
Okay. I'll do.
Because
the
I'll be able to see
cleaning.
shipping records of product coming in and out.
So we're still. That's only 4 of us though. So
We don't all need jobs in there.
I know, but like, who wants to get one? Because I'll do one of the cleaning ones.
It also says at the bottom, those interested report to Barnaby Cunningham at Celeste Man.
So just imagine Hatch being the gardener.
Like, I'm picturing Granny from Fallout.
No.
Yeah, you immediately
Or-
start imagining the amount of like small plants and shrubs and stuff like that you saw around the premise, Zick, while you were scouting, and you quickly realized that how that would be a complete job all on its own. Caring for an entire manor's worth of plants that are decorating most, if not all, rooms of the house.
But I agree, cleaners are probably the best positions because it'll give you the most access.
Yeah, like on that note too, like gardener would work because in my eyes, like if just in case like for whatever reason there's like an outdoor meeting, you can hear that. But
Yeah,
that's
fair.
specific scenario.
Yeah, but it might be good to have ears out there as well. Yeah.
You know, I might do that. Like just because of that image alone, I may do
Okay.
that.
We can do Bram, Hatch, and me going the inside to try and get jobs, and then Zick and Percy if you want to keep doing your scouting thing from the outside.
Yeah.
Feel like-
With big ass muscles. I know how to tend the trees. Bush.
Bush.
Oh, I know that kind of bush.
And,
It grows in the forest, like
yeah.
the other bushes.
I mean,
Bush. I
also-
take it back.
Best/worst case scenario, you can hide things in the garden too if we need
Exactly.
emergency supplies.
Yeet some important stuff out the window. I'll catch it. Put it in a bush.
Bury it, yeah. Be like, I put it under that bush.
That one. There's like 7 next to each other. Doesn't elaborate. Walks away.
I put it
I
in the
guess
bush,
the-
next to the bush.
Zick could be with us as well, because like we could hide him under a piece of clothing if he's a spider or something.
Yep.
Yeah, I suppose.
Fold them in the sheets.
Fold them in the sheets.
You like accidentally crush him while I'm in it, just like revert to kobold form. You're like middle of the hallway. Like, oh.
It's not polymorph. You're familiar with just disappear.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Duh.
Every once in a while, they'll just like look outside. Why is the kobold sitting in front of our house again?
Oh, so
Well, you could-
they've
well-
seen Zick and Percy now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can disguise self those.
Okay.
I just don't know if they're both concentration.
Percy's just a
I'm pretty sure
zealot.
if I'm familiar isn't concentrate. That would suck. if it
Oh
was.
yeah, no, it definitely wouldn't be. It definitely wouldn't be.
Percy just needs better flyers. It's fine.
Oh, I guess we
think
can't
that's
use Percy as the noble or the tradesperson now. 'Cause the
Oh,
guards
yeah,
have
they
seen
know.
him. You imagine show up, the guard's like, "Bro, you were here fucking last week."
Just loitering out front. What do you mean?
Yeah.
You had
Are
a
you-
raggedy
are you-
homeless kobold with you.
Hey.
No, that's just my twin brother. What do you mean?
My twin
Turns
brother.
out, Percy sells cobalts. That's his export.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Slavery.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
It's not great, but you know.
It is
So
a
I,
thing.
we know
Yeah.
where a couple more are, so we can convince him a little more.
It's like we need 6 of you to show up in chains and shackles. And...
Jesus Christ. No.
I want the big one.
yeah.
Oh,
Somehow
Wait.
there's a dragonborn in there. Like a
Yeah.
red dragon.
Dude,
We're
hear
not
me
sure
out.
what happened. He was just really big from birth.
If I can't get the gardening job, you could definitely convince people that like I am a part of this.
okay.
And someone wants some strong arms, there you go. Take the
Yeah,
the
we
one
can
guy
also
that's a
send
moron.
Hatch to the guards or the soldier barracks and see if he can't like infiltrate there.
I can picture Hatch like talking to like a Slush family member or like somebody like a master butler or the master butler of the house. He's like, "Oh, one of the family members wants a tree removed." So like Hatch walking up to the fucking tree and just ripping it out of the ground and placing it somewhere else. Like
Shoves,
I don't like that
slams it back into the ground, but upside down, so the branches are in the ground and the roots are just sticking up. Hurry, plant to the tree.
Plant more leaves.
Points at the tree. Summer, rips it out, slams it back in upside down. Fall.
Winter. I know plant well. Me gardener. Oh.
So yeah, I guess we'll be able to fill like 1 kitchen, 2 cleaners, 1 gardener then. And then we just have to talk to I know Colin mentioned his name, but I didn't write it down.
It says on the poster, Barnaby Cunningham.
Mr. Cunningham. And then I would like to turn in those ears.
We can expedite that. You make your way to the guard barracks and turn in the turn in the ears.
Stretch ears, I have 4 of them.
You're paid 5 silver pieces per ear, so 2 gold pieces for turning them all in.
Oh yeah, because I took the left and the right, so definitely showing up with all left ears.
Let's see, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, possibly more. I think I deleted some of them off the map afterwards, or some of them ran away.
Yeah.
I assure him most of them were dealt with, but there could have been 1 or 2 that got away, but their numbers have been diminished.
So there was 9 in total. So we could have got it's 18 gold, I think, for turning them all in.
Mm-hmm. Instead, I got 1 gold.
2, 5 silver per year. Good 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, what did you guys
That
do
one-
with Major Tom?
I thought we brought him to the stables, right?
Yeah, I thought we
I'm almost
stabled them.
certain we did,
I
yeah.
was about to say that was your guys' option. Like, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I almost certain we
I-
did.
Okay, as long as you guys are paying for the stables still.
Yeah.
2 silver pieces.
Still coming
a
out of
night.
Hatch.
So
Still
How many
coming out of
ni-
Hatch's
how-
salary.
How many nights has it been? Let me ask that now.
It's only been 1
Uh,
so far. At the end of today, you will have to pay for your second 24 hour.
Okay.
You guys
I will
arrived
go.
at nighttime yesterday, basically.
Slept, slept, bathed, changed clothes, had something to eat, then we all reconvened. And then I let everyone know about what the guild wants, and then that's what we've been doing since then.
Yeah. So yeah,
And then I would like to go talk to Mr. Cunningham, but I don't know if do we want to call it because it's like
Yeah.
11:30
or
or 12.
It's a good spot to call it for the evening as you guys all make your way
Yeah.
towards the Celeste Manor to go and attempt to apply for your various jobs. I guess we will find out next time whether you are all suitable for your applied positions or not.
Nice.
For anybody who might be watching on Twitch or future YouTube, thanks for watching and stopping by. We will throw a raid to someone else here. Everyone say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Have to awkwardly wait 4 more seconds for the raid to come through. Okay, guys, all right, bye.
We're about to
Bye.
vanish. Bye. Goodbye.
Where to begin?
All right.
Nice.
Are you sure?